What is going on, gentlemen? This is Sir Yeetus. This is going to be a good episode because I'm going to always keep it real with you 1,000,000%. This is something that I need to explain and have to let you know the difference between, members of the Warband and all these other people that they call themselves coaches and PUAs, right? And Hammerhand, he gave us the topic today because in the end, they hate us for their own selfish reasons. They hate us because the more that we reveal the actual truth about situations that's going on with the dating market, the more that they lose money. Okay. And that's another thing. We don't force you to pay a certain amount an hour, like $50 an hour or whatever it is. We don't force you to like our videos and all that other crazy shit. All right. Like what the topic says, I'm only offering the truth and nothing more. That's it. That's it. And the person that I am going to be adding is the one, the only, Gray. What is going on, Gray? What's going on?
Afternoon, Warband. Apparently, you're going to be clearing up some hard drive space for Elden Ring.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pain in the ass. Not gonna lie. That's probably gonna be like I'm probably only gonna have like 3 games when I delete everything else. But so when it comes to the topic today, pertaining to remember, we only offer the truth and nothing more, and that's what I feel. What the Warband is doing. What is your perspective on that?
Well, that's the thing. We can't really say that we are offering 100% the truth because we won't know the truth. We're humans. We're fallible that way.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
nothing will be 100%. I agree.
But what we're offering is honesty. Like we're giving the information. We're not like we're telling people, okay, this is what we think will work. This is the information we have to back it up. We welcome any counter information. Like no one in the Warband is afraid to have a hater call in and argue the point.
None of us are. I definitely agree. And just to let you know, Chad, the only reason I'm doing the stream now is because remember today is St. Patrick's Day. I don't know how long I'm able to hang in there. I have to go to a St. Patrick's Day party later on tonight, so it's going to get real. Um, but what you're saying, I agree. I definitely agree. In order for shit to move forward, in order for shit to progress, we need to be able to have these type of conversation for opposing uh, parties, opposing ideals, and able to actually hash things out. What's logical, what's not logical, what's true, and what's not true.
Well, and even beyond that, and what's funny is so I saw like Richard Cooper selling his book on a Hammerhand stream. And I thought like, I wonder if I can get that shit for free. And the answer is yes. Yes, I can get that shit for free.
And that's the biggest thing. See, that's just me, right? That's just me. If you are not putting a man's best interest in mind, just say that. Just say that. Just say that you're a business person. Just say that you are here to primarily make money. That will be more respectable than to hide behind this shroud of I'm alpha, I'm masculine. Follow my 10 steps and you'll get bitches. Like what the fuck?
But that's the problem. If they admit they're all about the money, then they have to provide something of value.
Right, but like one of the few people that actually admits about it, I think we mentioned in the last stream was Andrew Tate. He actually admits, like, yeah, I'm a business dude, right? Like, of course I'm trying to make money, but he's a businessman first, but then he helps men, right after that. So of course he wants to make money off of his time because he feels that his time is valuable. All right. At least he was honest about it, right? But
no,
when
let's
it
be
comes to
honest.
these men, well, what's up?
Well, let's be honest. All men's time is valuable. It's the price point that's variable.
Right. Personally, I just think that this information you can't put a price on it. Unless somebody willingly is able to donate, then I appreciate it a lot. But even if I didn't have any, PayPal or whatever, I wouldn't care. I will still create videos like I've always done.
Well, that's the thing. It's the exchange because you're creating the videos. Your time is valuable. You are spending your time. But like let's be honest. If we could get all men to just get all the information, download to their heads instantaneously, and it cost 2 cents, we'd probably just drop the 2 cents.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But this stuff is it's not easy. It's not easy to even hash these thoughts out. And there's a lot of thoughts that can only happen in the context of a discussion back and forth.
I agree. That's why I definitely enjoy you always coming on to the stream. All right, because that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing that men are missing out on in today's society. We are able to actually express our true thoughts, not some political correct bullshit. All right, men actually challenging other men on their ideals and stuff, and then see where it goes from there. See where it progresses. We can't do that anywhere anymore except online.
Well, yeah, and although kind of the nice thing is that we don't charge for booze, because it used to be that you do this at bars.
Oh man, not gonna lie. If that was the case, yeah, you got to give me a drink. You know, today is St. Patrick's Day, bruh. You know the deal.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I actually grabbed my booze for tonight because it's like, yeah, bar is going to be absolutely packed. Better get this stuff before it gets too full.
Yeah, I don't go to bars or anything. I used to when I was younger. I used to go to bars when I was younger, but now I know that it is much cheaper just to get stuff from the liquor store.
Oh yeah, no, I'll try to be vague about this, but it's kind of a bar liquor store combo. So I just step in there, grab some shit out of the fridge, and go.
But I'm gonna keep it real. The best bar is it's a mixture of a bar and a restaurant. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. There's places like that where it's a restaurant, but they do serve alcohol.
I ate a gigantic omelet. Like it's a complete separate entity. Like one side of the establishment is a restaurant, and the other side is a straight up bar.
Oh,
and I loved every second of it. Bro, it's so good. Like after I'm done drinking my ass off, because when you drink it, eventually you get hungry. They'll be able to serve you some great food. Me personally, I always go for the omelet, and they serve omelet all day. So I get like this 6 egg or 8 egg. I forgot what it was, but it was a big ass omelet. And man, when you're drunk, whoo, an omelet is like heaven.
I'll keep that in mind for later tonight if I'm feeling peckish.
Oh, I'm already prepared. I already got my Gatorade, my Pedialyte, and all that stuff stacked up for tonight. I'm gonna be chugging that before I go to sleep. That's the biggest thing, chat. All right, if you're gonna be drinking, you have to at least drink water or something before you go to bed. That's how you avoid hangovers.
Though, should get back on topic. I got maybe a half hour or so.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. I'm sorry, man. It's just today is an exciting day for me.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
All right, so back on topic. When it comes to the Warband actually giving out free information, yeah, it's actually free, right? Well, how it should be when it comes to helping other men out. Don't you agree with that?
Well, it does cost time and the brain chemistry, so there's that kind of cost to it.
True, but this
information, it's important that it gets out.
But it's up to the viewer if they want to donate or not. Unlike the POAs and shit.
Yeah, and this is something. Have you ever heard of the J.C. Penney's effect?
I know about J.C. Penney's, but not about the effect. What's up?
Okay, so a while back, I think well over a decade ago, J.C. Penney's got a new person in charge at the top, and they wanted to completely redo the way J.C. Penney's prices stuff, because J.C. Penney prices stuff far above its actual value, like just obscenely high. So this guy thought, we'll get more customers if we lower the prices to what is their actual realistic price range. Do you think sales improved or got worse?
Got worse.
They got worse.
That's a similar aspect when it comes to deal with the POAs and coaches?
I think that there's that element to it. By putting these obscenely high prices on their information, it doesn't matter if it's the same value as something that is much cheaper or even free. People think it's worth more. And they want, ooh, I get super expensive insider information this way. It's like, well, you're not really getting anything more. You're just fooling yourself into thinking you are.
I definitely agree. So,
although who's going to be going around? Who's going to go around saying like, "Yeah, I got my John Anthony lifestyle brand philosophy here."
Here's the biggest thing, and I'm gonna take a quick piss after this question because I am drinking a good amount of beer. So when it comes to the PUAs and the coaches and everybody else shitting on MGTOW Red Pill, because they're not getting any quote unquote bitches, right? They're not going out there and chasing a puniti, and in turn they shame the very same men that say I don't want to participate anymore. And Cooper and whoever the fuck his friend was on Hand's channel, right? They were part of the manosphere until they weren't a part of it anymore. Now they're talking trash about it. Do you have anything to say when it comes to these people obviously grifting? Because they're straight up grifting, bro.
I'm trying to think of something constructive to say, not just a whole bunch of insults.
yeah. We're not PUAs, you know.
Yeah. They're definitely trying to rebrand the exact same thing that they've always sold, because they're not selling anything different from what they already have been. They're not going to change up their entire strategy. They're looking to rebrand, repackage, and resell the exact same advice, but differentiate it from their competition so that people go like, oh, the manosphere's turning me off. I don't like how tainted the manosphere's become. Oh, here's a bunch of other people displeased with the manosphere. I'll go to them because they say that they're separate from it and they're making something that's actually helpful for men rather than this spiraling PUA bullshit. It's like they're selling the same shit. They're selling the exact same crap that everyone else has sold. They just want to put their own unique label on it.
Yeah, they just want to sound cool. Like I said in Hammer Hand's channel when I was on his stream earlier today, they're no different. The OnlyFans, Twitch Thoughts, they're no different. They just want to take away the simps from them and have these men simp for these PUAs and coaches. Like, hey, don't worry about these women over here. I'm alpha. I'm masculine. Let me teach you the ways. But before I do, hey, pay for my book. Like, what the fuck?
Yes. Speaking of which, I mean, honestly, I kind of want to just make a video, put it on Odyssey, where I do nothing but just read Richard Cooper's book.
Oh, that would be horrible.
Yeah, no, I've actually got it. Chapter 14 is specifically his chapter on MGTOW. I've got it right here in case you want some random quotes.
I'm just saying, it's sad and pathetic on how, coaches, PUAs, chameleons, etc., all of them are taking huge advantage of these desperate men looking for answers and take advantage of their wallets.
Yeah. The funny thing is that it's like reading like the arguments and counter arguments. It is exactly the same arguments that they make in their videos. Like literally, you could just get a transcript of the shit Richard Cooper has said, and that's the book.
Or also, show your face, bro. Show your face. How many bitches you got, bro? How many bitches? I got 1,500. Like, okay. So I don't give a fuck. I really don't. What grown man brags about what girls he sleeps with? Like, the fuck? That's just me. I never really hear men bragging about, yeah, I got my body count is 648. Like, all right. Like,
I've heard it, but not from men who were in good positions.
Yeah. And just imagine those very same men saying that, yeah, I got chlamydia 3-4 times. Like, that's something to brag about? What the fuck?
I mean, that's like saying I went bankrupt 4 times. Like, weird flex, but okay.
Like, okay, all right. Like, I don't see, like, here's the biggest thing. Like, okay, why would you move to a different country after you were outed as a piece of trash? Just put it out there.
I guess. We could have a question. Like, so, are there extradition laws in Brazil? Is there an extradition treaty to the U.S.?
Oh man, hey, that's a good point. But okay, so here's a question for you personally, right? How long you been watching the Warband?
I guess like 4-ish years.
Well, damn, just as long as me. I've been watching him since 2018.
Yeah, I think it would have to be like late 2018 to early 2019, somewhere around there.
So, if you want to explain to the chat, what is your perspective on the Warband in general?
It's come a really long way from where it started out with OG Chronic, really roasting it, and then getting slapped down, and then coming back up, and to it's grown. Like, there's well over 100,000 subscribers now between all Warband members. You've got a whole variety of people. The music has expanded. It's become its own group of men of so many ages. I mean, seriously, it can be having a conversation simultaneously with someone half my age and someone twice my age.
Well, let me know if you have any flaws with the Warband. What is something that you think is like something that we can improve on, or something that you don't agree with? You're not a hater, so I ain't gonna attack you. Okay.
Honestly, that's the thing. If you found something with me to attack, I'd say by all means go for it. I'm not going to hash out my weaknesses by people being nice to it.
But even then, like, do you have anything that you will disagree with the Warband of what we do?
Nothing obvious, so I'm going to have to think on that for a second.
I don't do no shorts.
Well, okay, you see, that's where it depends on the objectives. Because, like, doing the shorts, that's a lot for the algorithm. Personally, the shorts, I could kind of take it or leave it.
I know people like my shorts, right? Like, I know that the shorts that I did was pretty good, but I'm just more comfortable with live streams. I'm way more comfortable with that. I don't have to plan per se. You know, that's Ribby and Under Chronic's domain. It's the shorts.
Well, and that's something that really works with the Warband is everyone gets to specialize in what works for them, but then the group as a whole contributes to the larger effort.
Exactly. That's a big thing. And now one of us stopped our content just for you guys. It's pretty much extortion, in my opinion. If I stop my content to force you guys to pay if you still want to continue to see my content, that's where it's pretty fucked up.
I mean, at least an arcade machine means you have to lose the game before you enter more quarters.
Oh man, it's insane. It's insane how the manosphere is riddled with people. You can tell. Let me know, Gray, because I'm just saying that I can tell who is actually within the MGTOW Red Pill whatever community that helps men. You can tell who is sincere and who is just there for the money, right? Because if you're just posting every single goddamn video with tits and ass, like the thumbnail, nothing but tits and ass, tits and ass, tits and ass. Clearly, you're just trying to up the algorithm. You just trying to get something besides helping men out. That's just me. Not all creators that does that is like that, but I have noticed since 2020, right? Since the situation with the beer flu happened, there was a huge spike with men taking advantage of the situation and just posting nothing but sexual shit to get views. Is that really what MGTOW or Red Pill or Warband is? That really who we are? No, no. I'm not afraid to call it out either. What do you have to say about that?
I think that it very much does tie into what the objective is. Like if you're going to put like TNA, okay, you're going to get more views, but you're not really going to get the quality kind of views. It's always about finding who your target audience is. And while you do want the algorithm to get it in front of people on a base level, then there's also the element of your marketing strategy.
Right. Don't get me wrong. Like I wouldn't mind doing the same thing though. I would not mind doing the same thing. Posted a thumbnail is nothing but tits and ass. That's a very easy route, right? But for me personally, that just takes a hit on my integrity. And that's not what my shit is about.
Personally, I'd find it interesting to use it kind of as a marketing tool.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, right?
It doesn't have to be every video. But suppose that it's like, if you say every 5th or 10th video has, some clickbaity booty on it, and that say gets 10 times the views and it's just on that one video, you're going to get some bleed into your others and maybe pick up some newer viewers. And the spike from that can also get your other content higher up in the algorithm.
So do you think all that is happening, especially Ribby, is to trick simps into watching some quote-unquote red pill content? Just tricking them like, hey, this thumbnail got a girl with a nice ass. Come on, come over here. And then when they click on it, they're like, oh, shit.
That is how you attract haters, admittedly. And haters are good content.
I only had like 2 or 3 haters so far in my YouTube career. So far.
No, you don't really market to your haters. That's part of the issue.
Oh, one of my haters was racist. That was pretty funny. Go back to the black manosphere. I was like, oh, all right. This dude. Oh shit! But so your overall thoughts of what is your overall thoughts of the Warband?
Overall, I think it's working really well with what it is right now. I do want to see it go further, but I understand that's probably going to need an expansion of the membership. Like one thing that I'll admit that I miss from the older days is TFM's kind of longer form content where he goes on deeper dives.
Right.
That I would like to see. So Who knows? I may end up being able to do that stuff myself, and then post that.
Well,
as kind of
depending on what
Warband.
you're talking about, that might have to go on Odyssey or something.
Yeah, there is that element too. Got to see the temperament of Susan, but that's where some of the fun experiments can come in.
That's true. That
Like
is definitely true.
Like one thing that I noticed with Ribby is that he can get away with a lot of stuff that probably wouldn't fly if it wasn't written on Reddit and he was largely reading the articles.
True. Yeah, you're right.
That's the thing, because like you can pull stuff out and you can just talk about it anecdotally, but then Susan's like, you're going to come, oh, you're spreading dangerous ideology. But when you're just reading a story that's publicly posted, which I've seen with a couple other Manosphere channels, like reading letters, call-ins, articles, that stuff tends to be able to discuss the deeper topics while also like not really pissing off Susan.
But here's the big thing, right? Compared to the rest of these coaches and wherever the hell it is, have you ever heard of the Warband brag about how alpha they are?
No.
Have you ever heard of the Warband bragging about how many body counts that they had?
No, at most it's a Warband member telling about a story that they had one time. But it's kind of a counter anecdote. You get the idea for who the Warband is. So it forms a picture from the outside. Like you get this larger sense of identity from how they talk, what they talk about, and the level of expertise. And a lot of the times how much they're forced. Like, God, it is amazing when someone chucks the Chronic and is like, wait, you don't realize he's a trained geneticist who has a deep understanding of biology.
Right, and I'm a whole Army veteran.
Yeah, and I
see that. What'd you say?
Ribby lives in New York and not shitty New York, so you know he's making good scratch.
Oh, Ribby is doing good. If you guys ever doubt that Ribby is not a chat or whatever, you have another thing coming. In fact, at one of the live streams, I think it was in Undead Chronic's live stream, he had a girl that was cooking food for him while he was just chilling, right? And they're like, oh, you don't think Ribby's getting bitches? And Ribby's like, hey, say hi to the camera. And the girl was literally like, hi. And I heard no heavy breathing, no nothing. So I'm pretty sure she's not fat.
Yeah, and to be fair, and getting a non-fat woman in the U.S., that's hard enough as it is.
Exactly. People, they love to make assumptions because they don't see us. But the biggest thing is, believe me, we are not some fucking 5'3" goddamn incel black pill motherfuckers. Like that is so stupid. If that was the case, we wouldn't be making Warband content like we are right now.
Well, that's the thing. Like, there's been enough of guys like that in the Manosphere that if you've spent like a couple of years here, you know what those guys sound like. You know how they talk.
Exactly. Like you can tell if somebody's actually serious about the topic or not. Right. If somebody's actually serious about Red Pill MGTOW content, they will have the confidence to say so. But there's a good amount of people out there, they're claiming that they're Red Pill MGTOW, Warband, wherever it is, but they can just hear
no one's fucking stupid enough to claim they're Warband when they're not.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you hear the quiver in their voice that they have no confidence whatsoever. See, that's the biggest thing, right? None of us has to force in the Warband that, oh, we get bitches. Oh yeah, I'm alpha, I'm macho. Ooh. None of us have to do that. Okay. based on what the information that you know and based on how we talk about the information, you should know right away that the Warband has a good amount of experience to give you guys, whether it's older Warband members or younger Warband members. All right, all information is very important. Don't listen to this one guy that thinking that it's still the 1980s and 1990s, thinking that the PUA bullshit still works. Why would you
just cold approach her, tell her you want to fuck her, and accept the rejection if you get it, bruh? It's like, what decade are you living in?
Exactly. Like, why will you intentionally take a man's wallet, all of his money, for your little courses, and then for some reason he gets publicly humiliated or he goes to jail because of your little cold approach bullshit from a PUA, right? I'm just saying.
Okay. No, and it's funny because if PUAs had a bunch of actual success stories for their clients, they'd show them off.
Exactly. It's always them, the PUAs themselves, taking random pictures of random women and putting it on their website.
Yeah, which it is not hard to find a somewhat attractive woman that is willing to take photos with a fucking weirdo dude for enough money. Like, it's fairly cheap.
Okay, so when it comes to the topic, right, what do you believe that the PUAs and coaches have any type of merit anymore? And I'm gonna go take a quick piss right quick. So if you're able to tell the chat, what do you think about that question? I'm drinking a lot of beer, all right? Leave me alone.
Yeah, no, it's like, what merit? That's the thing. Now you phrased it that way. Now I've actually got to put in the effort to really stretch. Okay, how can they actually be valuable?
Right. I agree.
Now, what's funny is, okay, I'll just use Richard Cooper's book since I have it pulled up here. He does actually bring up a bunch of the topics. That's the thing. They have to use the accurate information and the truth. It's just they give a fucking terrible conclusion. So, and even in that sample that Hammerhand showed, accurate information was put out there, but it's buried in a bunch of horse shit. It's like they're so close. They need to use the truth to tempt people in. So you can pick up useful information if you ignore how they implement it. You know what? I think I can actually quote Richard Cooper's book to criticize Richard Cooper.
Okay.
While I may agree with many of the grievances they have with women and the world we live in, I don't agree with their response.
Yeah, okay.
That's the thing. Like, you can take fucking Richard Cooper's thing on fucking MGTOW, replace MGTOW with PUAs and flip what he's saying, and it's completely valid. It's like, no, fucking PUAs, they see the truth. They just take a completely counterproductive and self-destructive approach to it.
That's why I see no difference between the PUAs and coaches and feminists, right? Because both of them are always trying to put up a facade and say that the grass is greener on the other side.
Well, no, they definitely belong in the same camp because they, at best, care absolutely nothing for their fellow man and only see them as a utility to be milked for money and power. Feminist PUAs alike.
I definitely agree with that one because the audacity of these men, I'm telling you, the audacity of these men and their marketing skills, the advertisers that they put out. Yeah, I am here for you. I am here to make you the best version of you, the best alpha version of yourself, the masculinity. Ooh. But then they'll put the very same customers in a predicament that will ruin their lives for at least 18 years or more.
Yeah, they keep them on just long enough to get a favorable quote that they can use for further marketing, and then they don't matter anymore. You got their money, you got their instant positive feedback. Doesn't matter if they go murder a shit ton of people, you can always bury the bad news.
Exactly. All right. They already got their money, they're off to the next victim. What's the difference between them and the OnlyFans or the Twitch Thoughts or whoever? Like, there is no difference between them at that point.
Honestly, yeah, because in all cases, you can get a superior product for free elsewhere.
Exactly, but since they want a connection, right? Instead of the Twitch Thought or the OnlyFans girl, they go over to the man to try to connect in a sense of alpha figure, right? Masculinity. Ooh, yeah.
They're looking for a surrogate father instead of a surrogate girlfriend.
Yeah, give me $1,300 and I'll give you a one-liner.
Give me $1,300 and I'll be your daddy.
Pretty much. I will literally give you a one-liner that will help you get laid. Be confident.
Although I do actually have to step out. With any luck, I'll be back by 5. This shouldn't take too long.
Oh shit! I didn't even see the time. All right, man. Definitely come back if I'm still on.
Yeah, I'll keep the StreamYards up. Yeah, I still got the StreamYards link, so I'll just pop back in and say hi in the chat.
All right, too easy. Peace out, Gray.
Peace out. See you.
Uniti. Hey. What's going on, y'all? What is going on? That is a definitely good conversation, but I definitely want anybody else that wants to join. You guys can go ahead and join. I am sending in the link if you guys want to talk to me about this, where men I'm talking to is like, I'm not forcing you to do anything. All I'm trying to do is to show you the truth. That's it. That's it. Go ahead and click if you want. Mephisto. Many members, we are the surrogate fathers for those that do not have fathers or do have fathers. That's the biggest question. Okay. And when it comes to dealing with the Warband, right? This is why people are so mad about the Warband in general. What are we saying that's wrong? What is the Warband saying that is so wrong? So can't even say it. Fuck. What is the Warband saying that is so left field? That is a lie. That is just insanity. What are the Warband? What is the Warband saying? Okay. Because all we're doing is we're setting ourselves standards that are not that hard to meet. Okay. When it comes to women, don't be a hoe. That's a number one thing that we were talking about. No hymen, no diamond. That's it. That's it. But there's plenty of people within this quote unquote manosphere or whatever the fuck it is. They have a big issue with men having any type of standards. It is insane. It is insane. The fact that men that actually is trying to have some type of nuclear family is getting attacked and ridiculed. But before I continue, here's the one, the only, Rishi. Rishi, are you quiet on me again? God damn it. Okay. I just need you guys to know, okay, That's the biggest thing I need you guys to know in the chat. We are only offering the truth, nothing more. We are only showing you how life works, how life is. That's how it's going to be. Okay? None of that social construct bullshit. You need to know how life works. You need to know how men and women actually interact with each other. I know it's different depending on which country you're in or whatever, but the biology in itself doesn't lie. Women do what women do, and men do. Okay, because in the end, men and women, we're supposed to be interdependent. I repeat, we're supposed to be interdependent. But who are the ones that decide to abandon their roles 70 years ago? Women. They don't want to play the traditional roles anymore. So why in 2022 they're expecting men to uphold their traditional roles? See, that is their flaw. That is their downfall. They really think that no matter what, men will be able to go down there and be a Captain Saberho. That's not how it works. That's not how it works whatsoever. And that's what the Warband is trying to tell you, okay? We're not trying to whisper sweet nothings into your ear and tell you like, oh, yeah, you're trying to get laid? Huh? You trying to get some puniti? Go ahead and pay for my 10-day, $1,000 course, and I will let you know how to pick up 10 women in 1 week. Why? Like, why would you even do that in the first place? It is insane. I got somebody in here. The one, the only. Successful Endeavors. What is going on?
Puniti.
Yeah,
I just wanted to just jump in here and talk with you for a little bit, man. I hadn't spoken with you in a while.
Yeah, it's been
How you doing?
A long time. Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm celebrating St. Patrick's Day early.
Well, you know, you got those green flames, so you're already good for, St. Patty's Day no matter where you go, man.
Already good. I should just like set my clothes on fire, just walk into a bar, just see how that. I'm good. Give me a shot. But it's on the topic today, though, right? When it comes to, remember, I'm just only telling you the truth and nothing more.
I'm only offering you the truth.
That's it. That's all I am doing. Nothing more. What, like, it's crazy how in today's society, and I'm not surprised how a lot of people, they want to label MGTOW, Red Pill, Warband, whatever it is, the Manosphere, as extremist, as incels, etc. Whenever we challenge their ideas, the POAs, the coaches, the feminists, they always want to call us incels, and they always want us to reveal ourselves, to prove something. What do you have to say about that?
It's just a scam, you know it. The whole thing of it is that look, they just want you to expose yourself, so this way they have like, some type of video evidence of what you look like and how you can be found, and basically like the whole doxing of wheat waffles. It's like, yeah, that's a 19-year-old kid. Don't do that kind of shit. That's just stupid.
But that dude didn't see no issue in doing that. But if it happened to him, he would have had a big issue.
Well, I'm sure that we could probably find some people down in Brazil.
But that's why I say that this John Anthony dude, he has sociopathic tendencies. I really think he's a sociopath.
Oh, really?
Well,
I mean,
I'm just saying, I really, I don't know if that's sarcasm or not, but Yeah. So
yeah,
like,
it is.
Even after Undead Chronic went after his girl, he showed no emotion. That was beyond concerning.
Well, even oh man, Alex, he even laughed about it after it was on. It's like, man, that was rude. Even he had to laugh about that. But it's like, these guys, it's like, his big flex was, like, oh, get him off of here. Yeah, that's his big
Yeah,
flex.
get up here. Yeah, he's rude, man. He's rude. I'm like, yo, don't be mad because your girl is smiling at Undead Chronic's offer. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, well, he flexed, Chronic flexed back, just harder.
A lot harder. I won't give respect to that motherfucker either, knowing that he committed various crimes and he doesn't see anything wrong in doxing a man in 2022. I wouldn't give a fuck about him either.
Well, I mean, you have to figure it this way. It's like, why is he in Brazil? Why aren't you in the United States, huh? Are there like extenuating circumstances? Are you on the run from the law? Is there any particular reason why you're trying to give this coaching advice from the safe haven of Brazil? I mean, is there something that you're not telling us? Inquiring minds want to fucking know.
Yeah, I asked that earlier in the last live chat. Like, if you're so good at the POA bullshit, why are you all the way down there living in Brazil? Come on.
Yeah, well,
what line of
it is what it is
right here. He's a habitual felon. I agree.
Oh, no doubt about that.
I'm going to add one, the only. Rishi, what's up?
Once again, I'm here. Man,
what happened?
I don't know. I hate StreamYards. It's not impressive. But
okay, wait, hold up. Before you begin, Rishi, what does 07 mean? I'm seeing that shit all the time.
Oh, that's a salute.
Huh?
It's a salute.
07 or 07?
It's not 07. It's like it's a head.
Yeah, it's a head. And the 7 is like, yeah.
All right, I'm seeing it now. Yeah, it was pissing me off last night. I'm like, what the fuck is this 07 bullshit?
It's like you don't get
like,
it.
Why do they keep putting it? Huh?
It's a salute. It's just
I do for real. That's why I was very confused. But Rishi, what were you gonna say? You guys gonna spam 07? Okay, it's cool.
What's up?
I ain't Googling shit. Fuck Google. Go ahead, continue.
I was just saying, what's up, man?
Things are going good. I started St. Patrick's Day early.
It's nice.
Yeah,
what are you drinking right now?
I'm finishing my third thing of Guinness.
Damn.
My third big bottle of Guinness. Like I don't know if you know about the. Damn it, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it's a bigger bottle of Guinness, like a
tall boy?
Yeah, like that. Yeah, I'm on my third one right now, and soon I'm going to switch to liquor. Right.
Yeetus, let me ask you something while you're still a little bit sober.
What's up?
Okay. The other night, whenever Chronic had that one hater on, I'm sure you remember Hazad.
You're talking about Warmaxer?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Like, I was dying laughing, man. That shit was just fucking hilarious. I'm thinking to myself, who the fuck is this guy? And it's like, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but part of being a good soldier is that you never, ever, ever give away your position. Is this not true?
A good soldier? Yeah, I agree. It's completely true. It's damn. If I look it up again, I will know the phrase, but I am like, I'm on my way to going to the Shadow Realm. But it is not a good idea to give away any type of valuable information to the enemy, especially when it's social media. You do not give out anything that can be used against you. And supposedly this 13 Bravo literally gave out that he has 4 or 5 kids. His daughter is 21. He doesn't give a fuck who his daughter's fucks. Like he says,
Hasn't seen her in 2 years.
Yeah, haven't seen her in years. Literally. I'm like, what the fuck? Hey, you getting mad at Chronic?
Yeah.
Like,
and didn't he say he has like multiple baby mamas?
Oh, I didn't hear.
I don't think he said it explicitly, but I heard something like he has multiple like different spouses.
Well, I know that he said that he had like 5 sons and like 2 or 3 daughters, something like that.
He has 4 sons and 1 daughter.
Well, even at that, I mean, even in the military, that's not easy. Okay, I don't care who you are.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell you exactly what he said. That kind of makes me think he has multiple like spouses.
Well, I'm just saying that his buddy Jody was working the fields while he was gone. Okay,
for real.
Oh, he's a piece of shit. Complete weak, sorry excuse for a fucking father and a man. That he will literally admit saying that, yeah, I don't give a fuck who my daughter fucks. And then went on the crowd, I was like, okay, all right, I'm gonna put up her butt. I'm gonna hit you in the jaw on that crying and come to Carson, bro. I'm 13 address. Bravo.
It's like, get out of here.
6'2", 285.
I'm like, you brought her up. Why the fuck are you getting mad at us?
I can't imagine like watching your dad on like a stream being drunk as shit, making a fool out of himself.
Oh, I hope she sees that live stream. I really hope she does.
Well, just imagine the sons as well. It's like, this is your dad. It's ridiculous.
My dad's a goddamn retard. Oh yeah, he did. He straight up gave out. He doxed himself, bro. He doxed himself. He didn't delete it either.
No, I deleted his shit because it's like, look, you don't do stupid ass shit like that on the internet. So I'm the one who just like totally wiped all of his stuff from the stream because it's like, look, giving away somebody else's info, that is a felony. But however, when you do it to yourself, that's just flat out fucking stupid. And so,
do you know how many people from the dark web is like, oh, it's free real estate? Literally, like, oh, he just gave out his address. All right, cool. He says he has a daughter that's 21. He doesn't give a fuck about her. Yeah, that's literally what he do shit like did. That. No, I'm saying like the dark web, some crazy shit could have been happening on some dark web bullshit. You already know how these sick fucks they operate. They could have saw his address within 2 seconds and like, yeah. Human trafficking.
We're gonna have some fun now. Here.
Literally, like I'm like, even I was like, bro, take your shit. Even though we're roasting the fuck out of you, take your shit down, bro. Like seriously. And I'm glad that Cesspool he did that immediately because that was insane. That was insane. Why would you even put your own address on the internet? Like. Can you guys give me like a legit reason why he would do that? I can't think of a legit reason. He was like drunk as fuck, right? Probably. And he thought he was hot shit until somebody comes in and like, hey, yo, we got your daughter. Pay $1 million by tomorrow. Yeah. Like, the fuck? I'm just saying, man, putting out your address, doxing yourself is a very dangerous situation. Very dangerous because there's people out there that really don't give a fuck about the law.
Yeah, now if he was in like Mexico or someplace like that, I mean, he'd wake up missing a kidney or some shit like that, man. You don't do stupid ass fucking shit like that, man. Come on. Use half a brain.
But hey, Rishi, I'm gonna take a quick piss real quick, but what do you think about the topic today of pretty much what the Warband is doing is only telling the truth, nothing more. That's all we do. We don't ask for money in the sense of like we don't stop our content. We don't stop our live stream. Say, hey, you better give us enough likes, or hey, you better give us enough donations, or I'm ending this live stream right now. You better give us what I want. I'm here for you, but if you don't give us enough money, then fuck you. I'm ending this live stream right now. What do you think about that, Rishi?
Yeah, I mean, well, you okay?
I'm dying laughing, man. This shit's like fucking hilarious to me.
Yeah. Well, it's just like this, guys. Like, we don't really want to grift on any of you guys, and if we did, we'd be like, shilling like books, shilling like courses, stuff like that. But we just tell you straight up. We just give you practical advice for the most part. It's not like we have some sort of like secret formula, just if you want to get with women, just be sociable, get jacked, make some cash, and straighten yourself out. Like, that's all it is at the end of the day. And it's your
but
choice.
if you're going to do that, then you better be prepared for the consequences, because it's like, look, anytime that you get yourself involved in some kind of relationship, you better figure that it's going to have some kind of strings attached to it. So you better know what you're getting into before you get into it.
Just know the risk you're taking before you get into it, and try to like at least vet. If you want like a family so bad, or GF, just at least vet them, so you don't just end up with somebody crazy.
Right, and here's the big thing about the Warband. I am very optimistic about the Warband, to the point where ever since this morning, I don't even have a PayPal anymore. I don't need you guys' money. I would like to have you guys' money for the art if you guys decide to donate for it. But I don't even have a PayPal anymore. Go ahead, click on the link. Click on the link.
Does it not work?
No, my PayPal's gone.
Oh, so they yeeted you?
No, I chose to delete it myself.
Oh, you deleted it.
Because people can't really comprehend what the Warband is actually trying to do. They can't comprehend what is our overall goal. Okay? We don't need your fucking money, unlike these POAs and coaches and shit out here. We don't need your shit. We need you to listen. We need you to wake up. We need you to actually look at the world for what it is. And then once you are actually able to face reality, make your choice based upon that. Okay.
You got Chronic. He's going to be like all kinds of mad about, you turning down the shekels, man.
No, my shekels.
He's good enough with the shit. Oh shit! Like, don't get me wrong. I may
Look at that shit.
Donate to paypal.me/UCW show. Secure under chronic shekel. Oh shit! But I'm just saying, y'all. I don't give 2 fucks about your money, right? All the money that I use literally went towards any type of art and stuff. All the art that I invested in, it's not even finished yet. Okay. This is for the
Rishi, who did that background for you?
Oh fuck.
What?
Wait,
who did that background for you?
You mean me?
Which one?
The one where you're sitting in the living room.
Oh.
Was it the one I had on like stream yesterday?
Yeah.
That's Joker.
I just did that. It's just like the Joker room, and I have like my little avatar. It's just like an OBS thing. It's not like
Yeah, it was created. It was already there. Still pretty funny though. But in the end, you guys need to understand. The only reason that the Warband even asks you for any type of donations is so that we can further expand our product. Okay. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. Rishi, do you give a shit?
Not really. I don't really. I still have one, but I don't shill it like at all.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you don't give a shit about the shills, right?
Not really.
None of us gives a fuck about the shill. It is up to you if you believe that our content is good enough for you to give us your support. And literally, all the money goes towards investing into the overall Warband products. That's it. All right, we don't pull some crazy ass bullshit saying, "Yeah, hey, call this landline and you be charged $50 a minute for some mediocre advice." What the fuck?
It was kind of funny because on one of Chronic streams one night, he said, I really don't give a fuck about the money, but it would be great if you donated to paypal.me/UCW show. And it's like, I was dying. Like, that shit was fucking hilarious. I don't give a fuck about the money, but send me the shekels. Oh,
It is
feel inclined.
Great stuff.
Consider donating to paypal.me/UCW show. That is paypal.me/UCW show. Donations are very much appreciated. But yeah.
I'm just putting it out there, man. Between the Warband and these fucking grifting cucks out there, it's like night and day.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait,
These
what about
assholes,
Jesus?
this is what they do, okay? Now, some of these guys, they get these lawyers as legal sponsors. They get paid monthly by these guys. And then when you take the bad advice of this pickup artist and you get like a Me Too or you get a false allegation or some crap like that, then what happens is that you're going to need those legal sponsors, and then they get a kickback if these guys represent you in court. And it's like, oh, this is just nothing but a pure scam all the way around. It's like, no wonder you guys are so, universally hated all the way around. You're like scum of the earth. And then you're going to like dox like 19-year-old kids. That's bullshit.
Literally, 19 years old. That was insane. John Anthony, he sees nothing wrong with it.
I wanted to show the world that this kid was just 19 years old, a pizza guy. It's like, what did and it's like, what did you think Wheat Waffles was before I doxed him? I don't really care who he was. You doxed a 19-year-old kid.
All right.
You deserved it, though.
All right, guys. I'm going to add the one, the only Undead Chronic.
Look, guys, it's not about the shekels. It's about getting as many shekels as possible in the short amount of time, right? It's not just, 1 shekel. No, I want 420 shekels. I want 420,000 shekels so I can make more art of John Anthony Lifestyle as a cockroach getting stepped on.
I completely agree. I agree with you saying, Undead Chronic.
Yeah, the other night you were saying it's not about the shekels, it's about sending a message.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did actually.
I mean, how else do you think I get these roasts? I got to get as stoned as possible so I can look at these cretins without wanting to rope. Like, look, I'm looking at a premature balding, chubby ass white dude in a bro tank, thinking that he's a masculine male, bro. That shit is disgusting, man. These guys are actual cockroaches.
It is the worst thing.
They are.
I think Gray, he finished one of the artwork for the cockroach with John Anthony. I don't know if he sent it to you yet, but it's too funny. Oh shit! Hopefully he will send it to you today, man. But it is insane how pathetic these POAs and these coaches they be acting lately. All the reason why we need to fucking shut them down. Oh, you have standards on the Chronic? What the fuck? Show your face.
You're an incel.
Show your face right goddamn now.
It's like, look, John.
Show your face, incel.
Look, John. Your bitches have been living a life kind of like the fire ants of the Sahara Desert, dry as fuck. They wouldn't know the first thing to do if they got wet when they saw a real man's face. So I'm helping you out by not showing my face, because if I show my face, bro, you get dumped by your whole rotation at once. You don't want that, man. You don't want that, man.
That's what I'm saying, man. It is pretty fucking pathetic. Like we said yesterday, right? They want to attack you, not your argument, because they know that your argument is right. They know it.
Well, at the end of the day, they have an out. All that to say is I don't have the same values of you because I don't want to build a strong family. But when they say that, a whole lot of dudes are scamming. Like, wait a second, because I would probably reckon to say most of the dudes buying for this shitty pickup advice, they're not really trying to be turbo pussy slayers. They just get no attention from girls because they don't have a strong father figure. So they get attention from one girl. They want to build a strong family with her. They're not going to buy it from some man whore with chlamydia that says he doesn't care about building a strong family. Why would he do that?
I agree.
So they have to lie. They have to like pretend as if they're moral or pretend that, they can help any man out with any of this. But, it's all a lie. They're trying to, it's the thing. How can you trust any of these dudes of any of their arguments? Like I had Alex on and the amount of pure roach cope that was coming out of his mouth because he's just like, you can't prove that my stuff doesn't work. So you're wrong. I'm like, you can't prove that it works. Tell everybody it can't prove it works because I have evidence of the alpha giga chads that buy my course. Bitch, alpha giga chads laugh at you. So like you could stay on YouTube, guys, pickup artists, because you are meant to be laughed at. Yo, get that tank, bro. You're running away from the tank. Sorry, my boy's playing.
No, I agree 1,000,000%. These alpha giga chads don't give a fuck about your course. They don't need your courses. They don't need it. So I knew he was bullshitting from the beginning. They don't need your fucking course. The fuck, they're alpha giga chad.
He's just like he wants to, schlong stroke his audience or his paying customers too. So like he's good. Like yeah, all the dudes that buy my course are already ripped. They're already getting a lot of pussy. Like no, they're not. No, they're not. Like they're straight up not, bro. I don't like. He's like they're all ripped, all getting tons of pussy. I'm like nah, dude. The people who buy a course are getting no pussy. That's why they're so desperate. They're trying to buy your fucking course.
I agree. What'd you say, Cesspool?
Alex was only charging like $149, whereas John Anthony was charging like what, $1,000 a minute or $3,000 an hour or something like that. It's like that shit is insane. Nobody in their right mind is going to pay that kind of price on that shit. And a serious alpha, he's only going to give a fuck about himself. He ain't going to give a shit about nobody else but himself.
What's the advice that they get? Just be confident, bro. That's it. That's literally what they fucking get for $1,000 an hour.
Go to the gym. Go to the gym. It's like you need to pay money to get told to go to the gym.
Right? What the fuck?
Interesting. Doesn't seem like you're a bunch of alpha giga chads, does it? Maybe you're a bunch of dudes who literally need to pay guys like you're heroes. Like, wow. And why are they their heroes? Because they're gullible. They've never seen a masculine man. So they see a dude with a douche bro cut talking about who's like, I haven't decided if I want a family yet, and I'm fucking 32. Okay, bitch. What's that going to be like? We gotta have a family at 40? Oh, go wait for grandpa to get his cane to go to graduation. That's my dad. Okay, man.
But hey, anytime you speak the truth, Chronic, or anytime the Warband speak the truth, we steal from their wallets.
Hey, that's why they have an incentive to dox me. I already have evidence from multiple people that John is moving his little cockroach's appendages to try to dox me. He's pissed off. He's losing money. He wants to ruin my life. Now, what do you think would happen to John Anthony Lifestyle if he ruined my life? I mean, like I'm already ruining his life because I'm making him lose shekels. So if he advances the aggression to ruin my life and take millions of dollars away from me,
eye for an eye.
Well,
worse than that.
I am Old Testament for my community and friends and family, but no, I'm very Old Testament with the enemy. Look, what did the Jews do to all the tribes in Palestine when they came in? It's called genocide.
Slaughtered them.
They did some horrid shit. Yeah.
Yep.
See,
he doesn't really have a tribe, but at the very least, maybe what we could do? Maybe we could I'll make a porn studio, cuck porn lifestyle, and I'll just tie him up, and then he can cry as I go through it. Well, I just don't. He doesn't have a rotation, and they're not hot. But maybe I'll just pet his dogs and I play with his dogs. Like, no, those dogs are on rotation.
All I'm saying is he definitely doesn't get any bitches when that Liz girl.
Look at my beautiful girlfriend with a C-section scar.
That Liz girl was smiling ear to ear. she heard you say, "Hey, I'm gonna fill you up." Like, yeah. Hey, I
No, he said that. He said that she was low value.
Yeah, no, but
she had to laugh about that shit.
But I'm just saying, like, yeah, of course. Her smile her smile went away when John Anthony confirmed that, yeah, even though he was being sarcastic.
Like, look, John, if you want to bring your prostitute to come out and try to flex on me, how about you have her join the conversation? Because then I'd love to talk to her. Hey, Liz, what are your plans? Do you want kids? Do you want a family? You want a strong family? That would put her in a really uncomfortable situation.
Yeah, that's a big thing, says Paul. Is like I already know you know, but this is for the chat. There's a big difference between just wanting to fuck and having a strong family. So, Underchronic,
no hymen, no diamond.
Yeah, he explained in the beginning, hey, you're low value. That's it. He didn't cut corners or beat around the bush. Like, you're low value as fuck. But hey, I still fuck you though.
Even though you're low value, I would still zinc you up.
She wasn't ugly, right? You know, she probably has like 2 or 3 different STDs, right? If she's dealing with John Anthony. I'm gonna keep it real.
I mean, let's be honest. John Anthony's an STD in and of itself.
He's a walking petri dish.
No. I would classify after chlamydia, gonorrhea. It's a picture of his face. It's called like cuck boy. It's like, do not associate with a cuck boy. More cuck boys will come and they'll try to grift, and they're cockroaches. It's a cockroach that lives in your pussy.
Her chest was beating hard after Kron's response. I know it was, because no girl would be smiling about that.
It's not offensive if you just say, I don't believe in your values. That's not offensive. I would say, okay, makes sense. That's it. I have no argument for that.
That comment was for where you said that you would fill her up.
I mean, I would.
I said it zinc her up.
And she smiled like a motherfucker. I'm like,
green zinc.
Literally, she was smiling like she had to get the fuck out of there.
Here's the thing, too. It's like, she was calm the whole time. She's like, oh, it's a guy I don't know that says I'm low value, huh? It was these other beta boys that lost their shit.
Yeah.
So you're telling me a bitch has better controls over her emotions than the 2 Giga Chad men? Okay.
It's just too funny when her smile went away when John Anthony confirmed, like, yeah, even though once again he was being sarcastic. Any woman that's not a virgin is low value, and then her smile just
every time someone's like, show your face, I should just get like a George Floyd face from his porno and just like have it up. Like, here's my face.
Rishi, what are you doing?
What do you mean?
You mushroom. What are you doing, Rishi?
He's like in the kitchen.
You should have Rishi
fried mushrooms.
Have Rishi cooking omelets.
What was that?
What the fuck?
Rishi should be cooking omelets in the kitchen.
Hey, omelets do
fried mushrooms
right now. I do like me some omelets right now.
Fried thought puniti.
Hey, Underchronic, hold up. I know that you were doing your thing yesterday, but are you celebrating St. Patrick's Day today?
I know Ribby is. Ribby called me at like 10 in the morning hammered. I'm like, oh God.
I'm on my 4th drink right now.
Nah, dude. I had my boy over for about 4 or 5 days. He's leaving now, and we got drunk every single night. So I got a detox. Imagine like going to your friend's house and drinking, and he's like, "Hey man, do you want to see part of my show?" Yeah, and it's just like John Anthony Cuck. I was like, "I have sex with 1,500 women."
I definitely know how it is to drink every day. I know, and I don't know if Rishi knows, but me, I definitely know. Every fucking day, it's, hey man, yo, I got this drink. Let me pour you a cup. No, I don't want to drink anymore. I'm kind of drunk. Shut the fuck up. Quit being a little bitch.
Imagine trying to like flex about how you're a rich, successful Giga Chad, and you stream in front of barefoot wine. $10. I went to the store. There's like $10. $10 wine bottle.
People don't understand that barefoot is literally the cheapest wine you can ever get. It is literally the cheapest wine.
I mean,
he's going to flex an apartment that looks like shit.
I mean, he looks like shit. That's the number one thing. It's just like, how you gonna flex when you look like shit? Your apartment looks like shit. Your bitch looks like shit. Her uterus looks like shit. You know, all looks like shit. Like you're gonna flex on me.
How are you gonna try to bring your girl in?
Your 5-year-old little cousin tries to like wrestle you. You know, like they actually think they have a chance. Like, come here, you little shit. Let me show you what's up.
Oh, you gotta let them know to get good, right? You gotta
slapping them around. Like, okay, come on.
Speaking of getting good, I plan on getting Elden Ring tonight.
Uh-oh.
People are saying, "Oh, let's get Sir Yeetus in Dark Souls," but because I had a bad experience with Dark Souls. But
everybody has a bad experience with Dark Souls.
I plan on getting Elden Ring tonight and streaming it. So it's gonna.
I look forward to it. Well, I got to bounce now, but I just wanted to come here and say John Anthony's a cockroach bitch, and broaches get stomped. That's all. Hey, peace.
Hey, peace.
Yeah.
So, Rishi,
What's up?
I'm sorry, but your avatar creeps me out.
Am I scaring you, bro?
No, it's just
Am I scaring
I
you?
watched Joker. I watched Joker. No,
Am I
that's
scaring you?
Oh, shut up.
Ooga, ooga, ooga.
I don't like eating mushrooms. Mushrooms are gross. I don't. Mushrooms are gross to me.
Whatever, Shroomophone. Whatever,
Wait, fuck off. You don't want to be eaten anyway.
Shroomophone.
No, don't give me no Shroomophone bullshit.
Why are you getting mad, bro? You're getting
because mushrooms are gross.
Oh, yeah. Keep on talking, Shroomophone.
All right. Okay, yeah. Go ahead, get your t-shirt sales up with Shrooms Live Matter bullshit.
Don't worry. We're clipping this. We're going to put you on Twitter. We're going to put you on blast.
Oh, shit.
You're canceled.
Like, you see people outside my house. Shroom Lives Matter. Oh, man. But, hey, I'm gonna start inviting a few more people, see if anybody else wants to join. But overall message is, right, the Warband doesn't expect anybody that's within the community to give something to us, right? That we just say it how it is, and however you take the information, that's on you as a man. You're a grown-ass man. I can't control you as a grown-ass man. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm a clown the shit out you if you decide to put a ring on a bitch. It's 2022. I'm a clown the fuck out of you, right? And I'll pour you a whole glass of Jack Daniels when you're divorced. Like, hey man, here, I'm not a complete asshole. Here's some Jack Daniels on the rocks. But I told you so, you dumb fuck. I told you not to marry that bitch. Now look at you. All the decades work you've done, gone. That's just me, though. That's just me. Yep. What do you have to say about that, Cesspool?
It's a foolish venture, especially considering the gynocentric court systems. You'd have to be a fucking idiot.
I think the same way as well. You literally have to be a fucking dumbass. Literally. But in the end, I want to have men to have the actual choice and be aware of the consequences of getting married. You know, if you decide to get married, do your thing. But hey, if it doesn't work out, don't look at me. I told you not to get married. I told you.
Yeah, you're taking a risk. But
exactly. What's up?
Successful. I wanted to ask you, what do you think about that one black pill dude that called in like yesterday?
Wait, who?
Oh man, the whole thing with the black pill is that these guys, they really are just call it what it is and just say it's nihilism, because that's basically all it is.
It is nihilism. I wish I had that guy Pete to come in here, because once again, Me and him, we butt heads about this topic about Black Pill. That guy Pete, very good dude. Go subscribe to his channel.
Well, I'm just talking about that one guy. It's like, I think his name's Hormaxer.
Him? Yeah,
I'll
okay. He's the one that he just put out a.
You talking about the video?
Yeah, you remember yesterday he came on?
But he came on my stream?
No, he came on Chronic's stream.
Oh, I was about to say. I was like, what the fuck? Okay. Yeah. That I don't remember, but
yeah, you're not important enough for him to come on your stream.
I was asleep, you asshole. Anyway, yeah, I see he's very bitter about the situation. He's making a lot of videos on Chronic.
Well, he made like 2, but
so far.
I wanted to talk.
Yeah, Hormaxer. That's Hormaxer is the guy that used to be known as Hard Hitting Health Truth J. He used to be a MGTOW content creator. He kept saying some shit that was just not right. He basically got ostracized from the community. He's been all kinds of pissed off since then. He basically he says a lot of shit that gets under people's skin. It's like, gee, I wonder why. And that's just to get views, try to get followers. And it's like, the guy's just an asshole. That's the bottom line of it. So it's like, he's just doing this just to, try to get some kind of participation in his channel.
Yeah, well, I kind of like skimmed through his content on the channel he has, and apparently he takes like steroids too, or something like that. I think he does, but I wanted to talk about it because like this guy, he has like I don't want to. All right, I'm not gonna call him any names or anything like that, but he's definitely like a short term. He thinks in the short term. He's like one of these guys who just like lives for the moment and doesn't think about his actions like long term. And it goes honestly with everything. Like he doesn't like want to build like a future, a family. He takes like steroids to look good now, but he's gonna look like
But he's mad at other people, like under Chronic, for having standards to have a family.
Yeah, well, he's mad at like the virgin standard because I remember watching his video where he like criticized Chronic for like calling that one John Anthony Lifestyles like girlfriend low value, and he's like, oh, I did this undead Chronic guy. He's such an incel denial. You know what I'd do to that chick? I'd lick her butthole. And he like literally said some shit like that. And I was just like, bro, stop. And he didn't even really care about anything about John Anthony Lifestyles or why Chronic was there. He just had a problem with that.
He's a big old simp.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It's just something. I think there's something to talk about there.
Remember, gentlemen, there's a big difference between Warband and soy boy beta cucks like that motherfucker. Literally saying, I'll lick another dude's girlfriend's asshole.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It's just Coomer mode,
Cool.
Well, hey, if he's got a zinc addiction, he's got to get it somewhere or another, right?
Yeah. Well, I mostly just have a problem with it because he's just like in his next like dude's just like calling Chronic like delusional, like what color is the sky for you, man? Stuff like that, where he's just like using shaming language on Chronic for his standards and his beliefs, and calling like Chronic like delusional and all this like other crap. And it's just like, dude, do you see yourself right now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Do you guys know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeetus? I guess he's gone. But anyway.
Okay. Now that he's gone.
Now we can get into the real stuff here. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like at the end of the day, boys, we give you what advice we can.
Not charging anything for it either.
Not charging anything for it, not dictating like what you need to do and imposing, our values on you. It's just that, it's your life, it's your choice. I hope you take the advice we give you. But if you don't, then, that's your problem.
No hard feelings.
Yeah.
Because our content is for men that's willing to listen. All right. If you don't want to listen, okay, I can respect that. I can respect that 100%. But of course, people like in the Warband can't get that same respect from other aspects of the manosphere.
And he was also like, I don't know what's so bad about heroin. Bro.
He is. I'm sorry, man. He is fucking trash. I'm sorry.
But yeah.
Okay, well, if you're on steroids, what that has a tendency to do is it takes your natural testosterone system and it just completely obliterates it. So then you're stuck on taking steroids for the rest of your freaking life.
Yeah, it starts producing testosterone since you're already putting I would say artificial testosterone into your body. So your body's like, all right, I guess I don't need to produce any anymore. And that will backfire.
Yeah, nothing could go wrong with that.
There's literally men that literally are world-class athletes. And then after they're done, they literally shrivel into a frail old man body. Hell, I'd say a frail old woman body. That's how weak they get because of their abuse of steroids.
Yeah, not good. Not good, gentlemen. Definitely be a long-term thinker, because at the end of the day, like, you're gonna be like old and frail one day. So you wanna like look out for that old man you'll eventually become.
Yeah, I'll keep it real. I'll be surprised if I make it to 60.
Well, regardless,
I'm saying, like, with the shenanigans I go through, I will be really surprised if I make it to 60. Like very surprised. Like, damn, I didn't expect to live this long.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, man. We'll just revive you. We'll pull you out. We'll pull out the Necronomicon.
Imagine like somebody like me becoming like the oldest man on earth. That's a curse. God, you hate me.
You'd be like that. Have you seen those videos of that monk, like the oldest guy, that's ever lived?
I've seen it. Supposedly he's only 107 years old.
Yeah, but he looks like I don't even know. He's just like looks like a zombie or something like that.
Oh, he looks beyond ancient. I honestly thought he was a lot older.
He's like
I thought he was dead.
Probably.
The first zombie of the world.
No, I mean, when they showed that picture, I honestly thought that he was actually dead. So it's like, damn, okay, I guess he's not dead. I mean, he's moving around.
For real. But then again, they could just have like, little puppet strings moving around.
Well, people
someone's like on like
animatronics. Five Nights at Freddy's, man.
Yeah.
Well, people say that I have a very morbid perspective about death. I have a very morbid perspective, right? Because I'm like, I'm not really that special per se, in the sense of we've been around for at least over 200,000 years when it comes to Homo sapiens. And a lot of our population has died throughout the years. And I'm not really afraid of death, right? But if I call the wrong God, if there is a God out there when I pass away, like, oh shit, it's actually Buddha. Damn. Hey, my bad, bro. Like, what do you think was going to happen? Like, there was thousands of religions out there. What do you think? You think I was going to get that right? Like, what the fuck? But in all seriousness, though, death doesn't scare me at all. Because, like, how are you going to be scared about something you can't stop? You know what I'm saying?
You'd be like, Anakin Skywalker or something.
I hate you.
I hate you.
You're my brother, Anakin.
I loved you. I hate you.
Oh shit. Okay.
It seems in your anger you killed her. No, I couldn't. She was alive. I felt it.
Hey, that no from Darth Vader is like beyond iconic. It is very iconic.
No.
It's like somebody that ate my leftovers in the fridge. No. Oh shit. Okay, Cesspool, what is your perspective on death in general?
You don't want to be there.
Well, we all have no choice.
Yeah, well, we're all gonna end up in the same place anyway. So it's pretty much, death is something that you want to try to avoid it if you can help it,
Right.
and we'll just leave it at that because it's like you can't do any good if you're that side of the ground. So,
well, in a
you want to
sense,
be on this side of the ground.
I don't want to get to the point where I am regretting my life decisions when it's my time to go. Now I'm talking about old age, right? I could easily die long before then, but if I do make it to old age, I don't want to be that person that regrets my life decisions, because in the end,
You're gonna have some regrets. Don't worry about it. It's gonna happen.
I'm talking about like the magnitude.
Can you look at yourself in the mirror in the morning? That's all that you really need to know.
Oh, of course, but what I'm saying is the magnitude of the regrets is what matters, because a lot of old men, they did do a survey. A lot of old men, all they say is, I regret wasting my time. Time is the thing that they regret the most. They only follow what society told them to do, and they didn't question it whatsoever. They put their ambitions and purpose aside and just work these jobs such as like factories or whatever they worked at.
And then they found out that society lied to them. Well, hey, guess what? It's going to happen. You're going to have a few regrets. You don't dwell on this shit because, all that you're going to do is you're going to go into that cycle of depression, and you don't want to, that's something that you want to avoid as well. There's like, there's a lot of mental health issues involved in that. And it's like, if you can avoid the shit like that, then do so. I mean, it's like, if you have to depend upon, some type of, mind altering substances or whatever to take your mind off of that, then, do it in moderation, don't get addicted to the shit. But, it's like, just realize that, hey, life is not pretty. Life is not fair. And, sooner that you come to the realization that, these are assholes out there that are actually trying to kill you, then, you're going to figure out that everything that you do to fuck with them to stay alive is it's gonna work to your favor. So fuck them and feed them fish heads.
Well, that's a big thing, right? At least when it comes to my life, I personally won't regret my time management if something happens to me tomorrow. I've done things that most men could dream of doing. All right. But what happens in the future, if I make it like 30, 40 years from now, that's a different story. But right now, if something happens to me tomorrow, I literally have no regrets because I decided to step out of my comfort zone and I did some crazy shit, especially in the military. And it is a lot of memories, good and bad, that I definitely won't forget, right? Because once again, I didn't waste my time either even when it's a good or a bad thing. So, we'll see if I have that same attitude 30 or 40 years from now. But right now, I literally have no regrets when it comes to time. I did some crazy shit.
Well, Yeetus, how old are you, man?
27.
27. Well, I've got like what? Pretty close to 33 years on you.
33. God damn, bro. Holy shit.
I'm an old guy.
But with my younger years, I didn't waste my young years. You know, I can at least say that. From when I was 18, 19 till 26 or 25, I did some insane shit that most men won't be able to experience. And was all of it good experience? No. But the fact that I was able to experience it, that's something that I'm able to reflect on, you know, and cherish that. Hey, at least I was able to do it, you know.
Well, the beauty part of it is that you got to see and do a lot of shit that most people will only dream of. Right. And you didn't have two guys come knocking on your door with a folded flag. So it's all good.
Well, if two guys came to knock on the door, it'll be for my parents, not for me.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're saying. And it's not a good feeling whatsoever because I have seen that.
I'm sorry for your loss. I'm
you
sorry
good?
for your loss, Yeetus.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
We just gotta you just died on the front line, Yeetus. I'm sorry for your loss. You're like,
okay. I'm right here, god damn it. What are you talking about?
Okay.
You need
Takes
to come
the flag awkwardly.
You need to come to your funeral, okay?
You're all right.
But in all seriousness, says Paul, right? It's I see, Chad, you need to understand life work in mysterious ways.
That's a no shitter.
It is like the things that you thought that you would never do. Somehow, some way, you end up doing it. It is. Life is a fucking mystery, bro. Like,
yeah, that's a no shitter too.
I wish I was kidding. I really Cesspool can agree, right?
Oh yeah.
Like, you thought you'd be doing one thing, but then just for some reason, you just going a complete different lane. I will say it's some type of butterfly effect shit. Like some butterfly. Like it's. And a lot of people that is older can agree too. They didn't expect their life to turn out that manner. They didn't expect their life to be that crazy to their expectations. It's just like one thing happens. It can literally take something that happens one day. The course of your life will change dramatically. Everything will change dramatically. That's just me. But what do you have to say about that, Cesspool?
It all comes down to the principle of moments, man. That's what it is. I mean, you know, you live from one moment to the next moment to the next moment to the next moment. And there are any number of infinite variables that you can choose along the way. You see, life is a matter of choices. Okay. This choice may lead to this. This choice may lead to that. So, you know,
but yeah, that's a big thing, right? I want to be making all this content I'm doing right now because I want to give men that choice, you know, at least mentally, give them that choice that, hey, I don't have to deal with the marital aspects of relationships or dating in general.
Or worse, end up like this.
Ooh. Is that John Anthony?
Yeah.
Rishi, what do you have to say about that? You there, Rishi? Yeah, he's probably not. What do you have to say
I'm
about
good.
that?
I see it though.
What do you have to say about that?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I said Rishi.
I already said I liked it, bro. I saw it earlier. Reminds me of like that
You're
anime.
supposed to say, ooh.
I mean, I'm kind of desensitized to all these cockroaches, bro.
God damn, I gotta get my game up.
But it reminds me of like that like anime where it's like the people they become like they fight these bug people on Mars or something like that.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that one. Let me see if I can find it again.
But hey, this is a topic I'm gonna do tomorrow where in a sense, not the John Anthony bullshit, but how people I'm gonna talk about regrets in general. I'm gonna do that tomorrow for sure. As men, we need to talk about quote unquote regrets.
And what are the few?
Okay, well you got to pull up that one thumbnail of that girl that's got that tattoo on her neck that says "No regrets." It says RAGRETS.
Isn't that the dude?
It could be a dude. I thought it was a girl.
I thought it was a dude.
Could be. I don't know.
Is it a dude? Gray Rishi? Is it a dude?
It's questionable, isn't it?
I didn't watch the movie, so
it's a dude. It's got the jawline of a dude.
Who are we talking
That's
about?
no guarantee.
Do you know the tattoo no regrets?
Wait. That's the thing. No, the jawline's a good way to tell. Yeah, no, I see the tattoo. Oh wait,
Yeah, well,
is that temporary one? I'm trying to find what the original would be.
Well, I mean, there are women that have Adam's apples now, so it is what it is, right?
Fair enough. No misgendering here. Okay, and then.
Hey.
Oh God.
Quick scenario, right? So let's say if you're able to live the life, whichever life that you want to live, whether it's rich or poor or where the fuck it is, I don't care.
I found a worse one.
But hey, the life that I want to live is I honestly would like to live in fucking nature and fish and grow my own food and just live in some weird ass cabin and shit and grow a big ass beard, whatever it is, I would like to live that type of lifestyle. I think that's very calm. I'm able to focus on what I need to do, taking care of, a few animals that I have with me. That's what I like to have. Gray, if you can have a certain life right now, what would you have?
Want to be out on the countryside with a bunch of paints, just like a whole bunch of painting materials. Like get up, work the farm every day, and then in my downtime, I just pick a spot, like one of those places that LOM shoots his videos at, and just do landscape painting.
I see. Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about, bro. Rishi, what about you? Right now, what kind of life would you live right now if you had the choice?
I would live in my socialist society. I would live in my pod and eat my bugs.
Why am I not surprised?
And everyone would be happy, and everyone would have a role. And that's the kind of society I want to live in.
This isn't your real answer, right?
Oh, you
didn't even answer. God damn it!
I did.
You asked for an answer, not the truthful answer.
Yeah,
truthful answer. You know what the fuck I'm talking. What is your truthful answer of what type of life would you want to live right now if you had the chance? Right now.
Right now.
Right now, you have the choice to live a certain lifestyle. What would it be?
I don't know.
Well, it certainly wouldn't be the John Anthony lifestyle.
The John Anthony
Yeah, yeah. This
lifestyle.
ain't the
Get
face you
outta
want looking at you in the mirror. This is not the bug you're trying to eat.
But in all seriousness, I will live in the wilderness. Gray said he would live in the country. What would you do?
Kind of like what I'm doing right now. I kind of have some ambitions. I want to see, at least, somewhat. I want to achieve some things before I pass away. I'd like to make comic books and stuff like that. A lot of artistic pursuits. But
okay.
Maybe, I don't know. It'd be a peaceful life to live out, but
Yeah, like even with what I said, that's kind of largely the retirement plan, or like if that's what it's going to be, because there's still a lot of like digital work that I want to work on. Like the Warband game's still in progress, so I want to get that done and maybe do a couple other projects after that. But long term, like just get some farmland, or at least somewhere where I don't have to worry about going into town for groceries all the bloody time.
Okay.
And then just be out there and then just do, I should just pull a Bill Watterson and do landscape paintings until I finally kick it.
Then Cesspool, where you at?
I'd be doing exactly the same thing that Gray's doing, except I'd make a bunch of happy little fucking trees.
So you just gonna be playing trees?
Yeah, just paint a few little happy fucking trees like Bob Ross.
What about that one guy from I forgot where I think it was India or Nepal? He planted like pretty much an entire forest over numerous years. Like he pretty much created the forest that he's in. Yeah,
Johnny Appleseed, man.
Yeah.
Is that who he is? I forgot who it was.
Well, you had a guy in the United States that, it was an urban legend of Johnny Appleseed. Wherever you went up in the north, he was planting apple trees left, right, and sideways.
So, in my opinion, with you guys' plans for the future, do you really have time to deal with a traditional marriage?
Fuck no.
What about you, Gray?
No, but if I could find like the right country and a good woman, I'd be like, okay, it's worth sacrificing 25 years of my life for a family.
Well, she will eventually.
No, it's not.
She'll eventually work on a ranch as well, right? Or will she
stay in the? Well, that's the idea. It's like fucking. You got to get one that's willing to go out into the middle of ass fuck nowhere, and that's where everyone's going.
Once again, it's a big no in the West. That's what I'm saying right now.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be here.
Okay, just say.
Yeah. Although to answer your earlier question, it's actually in India. The dude created the forest. Name's Payang.
Oh, it was India. Okay. Yeah, that guy, he planted a shit ton of trees.
Yeah, he'd be in his early 60s now.
What about you, Rishi?
What was the question?
What would you do?
I forgot. What was the question I asked? I'm drinking a good amount.
Well, he already answered you earlier. I said that I wanted the same thing that Gray was asking for. I just like to be out in the woods somewhere, just a nice, quiet setting.
But
someplace where I could.
You asked if it was worth sacrificing that for a woman.
Oh yeah. That's the question.
Oh, yeah.
So would you still get a traditional marriage based on what you want to do in the future?
No.
It doesn't have to be in the West. It can be somewhere else.
Well, yeah. Here's the thing: is
all women are the same.
But
it's all about. But hey, I have to keep it real. All women are the same around the world. I agree. It is what it is.
No,
But
it's not.
it's all.
I wasn't gonna say that though. I wasn't gonna say that
Let me
though.
finish this. Let me finish this. All women are all the same around the world. AWOL. I don't give a fuck. But how the laws are, how the environment is, how the culture is the big difference. But what were you gonna say, Rishi?
Well, I was gonna say that marriage, raising a family, that takes a lot of time and effort. That's why a lot of guys never really hit their stride in their careers or their ambitions because they have a family to raise, right? So I'm kind of the attitude where I have kind of these creative aspirations that I want to see kind of brought to fruition, and I'm just kind of doing my due diligence. I really don't really have that much time to go out to like find a chick to raise a family with if I want to achieve what I want to achieve.
Right. And once again, am I telling you guys to not meet a girl? Of course, I'm not going to deny you guys of your biological imperative. Okay. That's a bullshit move. That's something that what a feminist would do. But I'm here to warn you of the consequences. That's it. That's it. Not saying you can't get puniti. Just brace yourself if anything happens after the fact.
Yeah. Well, personally, like I'm looking at it where there's two options. Either I get into a position where I can say, okay, pick a wife and fuck off to the countryside, but there's a time limit on that. Like, I don't want to be like ideally I'd want to get it done by the time I'm 40. So that's a bit of a time limit there. So it kind of determines, can I get myself into a position where raising a family in the environment I want is realistic? And if not, well, early retirement. Like Cesspool, you got more age than the rest of us. Like, what are your thoughts on that kind of stuff?
I've got a couple of girls that I could easily hit up and I could just tap that ass if I wanted to. But the only thing is that I just don't want to have to deal with the repercussions that's going to end up having to come from that. So it's like, I'll just avoid that situation altogether. Look, it's great that I can get it, but on the other hand, it's like, yeah, I know where you've been. So it's like, I think I'll pass. So, as long as I can sit and drink beer with my grandsons, I could give a fuck. It's like, these women, they don't impress me anymore. So like, oh, well, it is what it is.
I definitely agree. Drinking beer with your grandpa is definitely a great experience. Especially when you hear the back in my day type shit. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely listen. I listen to his stories because unfortunately, when it comes to the Western countries, they tend to not care or pay attention to their grandfather or great grandfathers or whatever happened in the past. They don't really know their history.
And those who don't learn from the past are doomed to repeat it. That's a no shit story right there.
Exactly. What do you guys say about that, Gray? Because it's crazy how the grandpa, they or the dad, they're trying to tell them, hey, this is what your dad's side of the family did or what they do, and what you need to look out for. How are you going to do that when the dad is kicked out of the house?
Yeah, no, I'm lucky in some ways that I was actually able to meet both my grandfathers, but I also really didn't get to learn what I could from them. I was kind of young. Parents got married at a kind of an not super old, but kind of older. So there was always that age difference. And when you're young, like they make strong impressions, but you also don't really get the time to learn, especially when they're spread far away from you.
I don't have nothing besides my great grandparents. I don't know what the hell happened beyond that, which I think is beyond wrong.
Yeah, I got nothing for that.
What's up?
I said I got nothing for that. I don't know how to talk to that. I don't know how to answer that one.
I believe is like beyond important, for great grandparents, grandparents, father to pass on what your lineage really means. That's just me. I'm sure you guys got different opinions, but
That's pretty much it.
I think that one of the biggest problems with some older generations, accessible, you've probably seen this amongst your peers, but a lot of fathers who didn't take being a father seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen plenty of that.
This one right here, Sir Yeetus, with respects. When I was in my 20s, a very long time ago, did you think for one moment that I listened to my elders? Hell, F no. See, here's the thing. If the elders earned that respect, you give them that respect. If they didn't earn it, then that's a different story. But in the end, regardless, you need to know the history. You need to know why you're here in the first place.
And there's plenty of stuff that if you, like, maybe you won't listen, but if you hear and remember, then later on, you'll have the ability to recall it and go, oh, that was actually important, and I see the relevance now.
Right. And that's a big thing where, like, hey, how my grandparents or one of the grandparents, how they're acting is a good indication of why I do what I do. Because genetics play a gigantic part in who you are, whether you like it or not.
All right. This is the point where I'm going to get kind of, at least in my opinion, kind of old school on things, because the way that I view this is that, look, we're only on this planet for a very short time. You need to know, your lineage, and you need to know, who the main people in your life are, because, these are the ancestors who brought you here. They've created your line up to this point. And what we're seeing is that, we've got like an agenda that, if they can't put you in a genocide, then they're at least going to sterilize you. And it's like, it's in your best interest not to play along with these folks, because everything that you can do to screw up their agenda works out in your favor. And, they've run these computer simulations, which basically show that there's going to be like this great awakening. And it as many times as they try to do this, it keeps showing that, these elites are going to lose. And so that's how come we're seeing them do all the things that they're doing right now. And it's, for each of these moves that they make, they're exposing all of the problems that they do. So it's important for you to carry on your legacy. It's important for you to continue on with your lineage. But however, with the Western women, the way it is right now, that's not easy to do.
So I have a random question, right? Right now, if it's possible, right now, would you give your child your name, like your legit name as a junior? Because there's a lot of speculation when it comes to that, right? They say, "Oh, let your child have his moment in the spotlight. Why will you give your name to him?" Right? Like you making him trying to get out of your shadow if you give your name to your child, your son, actually. Well, what's your perspective on that?
Yeah, they can have your same name, but they're not going to be the same person. So I see it pointless as being a junior or a third or a second or a third. It's, each person is individual.
But personally, if you actually like did very well for yourself, I believe that it will be very beneficial for your kids in the future to have your name because they will know who you are. Yeah, that's just me.
Personally, I'd say for me, yes, but my real first name has a particular significance and meaning to it that
Right.
I think would actually be something worth passing on as kind of a blessing. Like, I pass this on to you because I believe it is a legacy to live up to.
Greg, give me a second. So, El Said, my biological son, take my name as normal. Or what are you talking about? See, where you're from, El Said, because I remember you telling me where you're from, is completely different from what's happening in the West. That's why it's probably foreign to you. Go ahead and continue, Gray.
Yeah. That's the thing. So I consider naming someone to be a very significant act because names do have meanings. And even if it becomes kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy, like I remember when I was a kid, we were given placemats. And one of the things that was on the placemat was the origin of our name. So for years of my life, that's what I'd see every mealtime was the origin of my first name. And that gets drilled in. And when you have like imagine if you named your kid Alexander. At some point, they're going to run across Alexander the Great as a historical figure.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, man. And here's the big thing, right? A lot of people don't really understand the importance on how heavy a name can weigh. So, for example, if somebody was named Alexander the Great the 17th or Thomas Edison the 5th, do you think that they will have any type of privilege because of that?
Honestly, they'd probably have more problems because they'd be under harsher scrutiny.
Oh, so
It'd
you
be
don't
like,
believe
well, it would
that
be like
they'll-
imagine if there's like a real life Kent family that names their kid Clark. That kid's gonna be the fucking butt of so many jokes growing up.
Okay, that's different when it comes to fictional characters.
Yeah, but with a real person, so yeah, let's say Thomas Edison did have generation after generation and named his eldest all the way down.
Right.
Like that does place a lot of pressure on the child. Like I've seen elements where it's both, but I've also known someone who he was actually a junior. It's my friend for a couple of years in middle school. And
what do you find so amusing about the name Biggest Dickus?
I know about that video, and I never get tired of that video. I die of laughter.
Yeah, none of that there's the modern one.
Biggest
What's so funny about
Dickus?
Amogus?
He has a wife, you know. Her name is what's it called?
Incontinentia.
Yeah, no. But then there's always saying, like, he has a wife, you know. Her name's Hagot. Hagot the Drip.
See, but here's the thing, though, right? Here's the thing. So let's say you done something very successful for yourself before you met your wife, and you have your kid. Would you give your kid your name, or would you, or you wouldn't? Let's say that you are very successful on some like worldwide shit. Would you give your kid your name?
Yeah, I might do it regardless, but yeah.
Because is it also because you believe that there's some benefits of that person having your name because they pretty much know who that person is based on your accomplishments.
I mean, it works for Donald Trump Jr., so.
True. But what about you?
Yeah, no, if my name actually got to the point where the average person knew about it, yeah, I'd name my firstborn son after myself.
That's why a lot of people are very against women trying to say, oh, why won't he take my last name? Why does he have to take your last name? But I'm like, it's not your last name, it's your grandpa's last name. But that's just me.
Now, personally, I actually did a bit of thinking about this from one of our earlier discussions, and there is one instance where I think it would be appropriate for the child to take the mother's last name or the mother's father's last name in this case. And that is if the father abandons the child.
Yeah, that's a different story.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's very, very rare occurrence, but at that point, it's like, no, this isn't like if there was a custody battle and the father said, nah, fuck this, all yours, I don't give a shit. Then yeah, give the kid the mother's last name. Why carry on that fucking bullshit legacy of a piece of shit?
Okay.
Well, that would also depend on whether she ran away with the kid and didn't say anything to him.
No, that's the thing. I'm specifically talking about the rare instance where the father outright abandons the child.
And that's definitely rare, right? I'm like, yeah, he's a piece of shit if he actually like outright like abandons the child. That's fucked up, but
yeah, no, I'm not talking about where like the mother fucking like takes the kid or fucks him over in divorce court.
Or runs
like, I'm assuming like a fucking worst case scenario, total scumbag.
What I was saying is, what I was saying is he was ran out the house, which happens more likely than not.
Yeah. No, in that case, no. I wouldn't apply it to those circumstances. More like that military motherfucker.
Wait. Mephisto. One son must choose his own name, and I'm assuming in my honest opinion. No. I brought you onto this earth. I have the right to give you your motherfucking name. If you change in the future, that's your fucking problem. Whatever, change it. But when you're born, when you get older, until you're 18 and out the fucking house, you're carrying my goddamn name. Am I wrong?
No, that seems reasonable. Like up to the point where you're a legal adult in society, yeah, you have to carry the name that was given to you.
Because fuck that. Fuck that. I give up around what, 250 grand or more between birth and 18 years old for you saying that, yeah, I'll give you my own. Shut your bitch ass up. I'm the reason why you even here on earth. You carry my motherfucking name.
Sorry, like if you want your own name, you better fucking change your own diapers.
Yeah, you better pay for yourself, homeboy.
Pay for cell phone? No, I'm talking fucking toddler.
Because me as a father,
fucking goo goo gaga. Here's a tree. Make your own crib out of it.
But here's the big thing. Me as a father to son, I give two fucking shits how you fucking feel. I don't give a fuck. But I didn't choose to be here. Oh shit! Hey, your little brother didn't choose to be here either. Me and your mother, we didn't choose for you to be here. It just fucking happened. Shut the fuck up. Damn.
I mean, you could always ask them if they want to go back.
Like
that can be arranged.
Gee. Like that's the biggest thing. I don't give a fuck how you feel. I brought you into this goddamn earth. You're gonna carry my motherfucking name. If you're going to change,
so you're basically telling them that they're an accident.
Yeah, fuck it.
No, that's the thing. You have them on purpose. Now it's accidental that particular.
No. You got to be cruel like that. You got to tell them, hey, look, you're an accident because I smashed into your mom like that.
Listen, your father in your life, he will eventually tell you, which he will, saying that I did not plan for you to get here, motherfucker. Damn. I want to go to Disney World, and all of a sudden your mama got fucking pregnant. Like, fuck. She ruined a whole trip. Shit. I know it's my fault, but that's besides the point. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't give a fuck if what name they want to be. As long as they're 18 out the house and doing their own thing, they're able to pay and go to the courthouse to change their name, do your thing. But until then, you're carrying my motherfucking name. I don't give two fucks. Okay? Because my resources are going into you for the next 18 years. Fuck you and your feelings. All right.
Like, do you have any idea how many million of your potential siblings tried to get here?
Right. Like, do you know how many of your siblings trying to come in here before you?
Do you realize that you ate your twin brother in the womb? You weren't fucking bitching then. Apparently that happens more often.
I'm saying, like, a lot of people like what the fuck I'm saying. They don't like that shit. But that's the absentee of masculinity. Okay? You have a 1 in what? 7-8 billionth chance of you arriving on this earth. You talking about, oh, I don't like my name. I don't give a fuck. You're gonna keep your name. You're gonna love it. That's just me. Oh, my feelings are. Shut your bitch ass up. Damn. I didn't call you
honestly,
that. I didn't call you that weird fucking name that Elon Musk named his kid.
Be thankful your name isn't 7.
It's not AX12 dash. Where the fuck Elon Musk did? What the fuck was he even? He's speaking in hieroglyphics. Like, what the fuck? Fuck you, goddamn feelings. You're lucky you're alive. You're lucky in my motherfucking house because I'm a generous person to my motherfucking kids. Okay? I can easily go get a glass of milk from the next door neighbor. You will never see me again. Fuck the store. I'll go to the next door neighbor.
Dad went out for a cup of sugar and never came back.
Yeah. Hey, yo, can I get a cup of sugar? But hey, that's just me, man. I personally don't give a fuck how my kids feel when it comes to their name. I don't give a fuck. You know.
I named you this fucked up name just so I knew that the other kids were going to pick on you in school because I wanted it to strengthen you and make you a harder person, someone who would survive the bullshit.
Oh yeah, boy named Sue.
Wait. Why is it a fucked up name? You know.
No. Did you ever hear the song "The Boy Named Sue"?
No.
No, that's literally the plot. Like, this dad names his kid Sue, and then fucking bounces for reasons. I don't know why. And so the kid gets his ass kicked and learns to be a hard ass, and then goes out on a quest to find his dad and beat the shit out of him.
Hey, Mr. Puskin, that's my worst fear as well. I don't want kids because of the fear of producing a daughter. I don't want a daughter. I don't. Because if I have a daughter, I would not know what to do. Because she's going to turn out as these 304s online. Like, I pray for all the fathers that have a daughter. I pray for all of them right now.
I think the Rapunzel strategy, I think that's where you introduce the Rapunzel method of parenting. You just toss her in a tower with a shit ton of books. And you fucking keep her there till she's an adult.
Shit, I chain her ass. That's what I would do. The fuck? Like,
that's why you put him in a tower. Like, good. Like, funny story. That's actually where the word dungeon comes from. It comes from the word donjon, which refers to the tower, which is where you kept prisoners, because it's hard to escape from a tower. Yeah. So yeah, no, straight up, like, just find a really tall place. Like, you can furnish it up a bit. You don't have to have the chains, but you see, your chain is a 30-foot sheer, no, not 30 foot, a 200-foot sheer drop onto rough terrain.
Damn.
Wow.
Better get good at repelling.
Better grow your hair out, bitch.
Sure.
You want to get up before you better
yo,
get 200-foot long hair.
Hey, Rapunzel, drop your weave. Okay, baby. You pull on it, it all falls down. Ugh, nappy ass. So,
well, you don't chain her to the tower. I mean, let's make chastity belts great again.
Hey, hold up. You see men's faces during these gender reveals. The look on a man's face when pink is revealed. I sympathize with that man 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
I see it all the time with these gender reveals. These men, 9 times out of 10, do not want to have a daughter because he already knows what's going to be in the future.
I mean, bad enough.
Well, they've already engineered the corn to where it lowers the male testosterone, and then you got like the atrazine that they spray on the corn, which is the stuff that Alex Jones was screaming about, turning the frogs gay. And it's like, there's all kinds of stuff.
That's what was turning the frogs gay. I understood that was birth control pills in the septic system.
That's also another part of it too.
So you're pretty much talking about GMO.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, GMO's different. That's like when you modify the genetics of a crop in a laboratory to produce certain effects, kind of like what they did with the beer bug. But you do that to crops to create certain patents on the seeds.
But in the end, though, right?
Pesticides with certain chemicals isn't technically GMO, but it's in the same neighborhood.
In the end, though, would you agree that the Warband is only here to pretty much tell you the truth and nothing more, and comedy? We give you guys some comedy. Would you agree?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, we're here to make you laugh and make you think.
Pretty much. Would you say that, Cesspool?
Oh, absolutely.
And Rishi, I know you agree, right, or no?
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't need it. I don't think it really needs to be said, bro. We're just here.
I'm just doing this for the chat. I'm doing this for the chat.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and honestly, like God, if somehow something dropped that turned everything on its head tomorrow, like God, fucking crazy world that would be. But if everything did change tomorrow, we'd have to change too. We can't, we're not fucking grifting here. There's no point in delivering lies.
Nope. Well, when's the last time in this stream I actually grift about PayPal? See,
honestly, cry to kick your ass because you don't chill hard enough.
I'll give. See, that's the thing, right? That's the thing. Personally, I don't need you guys this fucking money. Okay, the only time that I will appreciate you guys' money if it's able to help the Warband overall. Okay. But besides that, no, I don't need it. So I am going to be suspending the PayPal for now, so I can focus on the content itself for the next 30 days. That's going to be a very good conversation that we all can have. I want to reach 100 by the end of April. I want to reach Yeetus Thoughts, episode 100 by April. When we reach that, then I'm going to chill on live streams for a while. And I'll focus on other things.
By the end of April, right? Because You'd have to be doing 2 a day. Yeah, end of April. If you were going to do it by the start of April, that'd be a tall order.
If I do 1 a day, I should be done by the end of April. Or
oh, shit. Yeah, you'll be done before mid-April at that rate. You got like 21 left.
Exactly. Like that's the thing that's the main difference between the Warband and the POAs and shit, right? The POAs, they want to suck you dry from the resources from your wallet. But when it comes to the Warband, it's all your choice if you want to donate. Just think on that, gentlemen. Just think on that when you want to, if you decide to side with somebody like John Anthony Lifestyle. Just putting it out there. What do you have to say about that, Cesspool?
Yeah, John Anthony Lifestyle. Jeez. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing good can come from that.
Just in case you forgot his face.
Because shit I seen on his thing recently, literally, immediately I seen a few paywalls on his homepage of his channel. A shit ton of paywalls. Where do you see that shit on the Warband? Just think on that. Yeah, think on that. What do you say, Cesspool?
I said you don't see that shit. You don't see any paywalls. Oh, Taylor, what do you think about that? Oh, that's right. You're no longer here.
Oh, shit.
Shots fired.
Oh, well, Cesspool isn't wrong, though, right? Like,
no, he's not.
Like, in my opinion, it's just the repetitive shit over and over and over and over and over. And he gives the same fucking advice, and then he expects you to pay literally $80 to $100 or more on these paywalls that he has.
And it's regurgitated info at that. I mean, like, seriously, if there was anyone listening in that wants any of these books by these PUAs, for fuck's sakes, check with me first. I can probably get it to you for free.
Oh, yeah. Do you have the Rollo book?
Rational Mail. Oh, fuck yeah, I can get that. No problem.
Yeah, for sure. But I have to bounce, Yeetus.
No problem. But hey, I'm still planning on getting Elden Ring today.
Hell yeah, dude. Tell me how it is when you start playing it, dude.
When you hear me screaming.
Hopefully it'll run well.
Hopefully, but if you hear me screaming on the screen, you know it's going well.
All right, man. I'll see you.
All right, man. Puniti.
Peace out.
Puniti.
No Punchoto? What the fuck? I take it personal. I don't give a fuck. But when it comes to you guys, what are you guys' overall thoughts on the topic today?
Cesspool, you go first.
What we spoke on so far?
Well, all that you're offering is the truth. I mean, look, we don't ask for any kind of monetization. I mean, yeah, it would be great, but it's like we're not depending upon it. It's like, almost all of us have like lives with, jobs. We're doing different things all the time. So it's like, there are times when I can't be at everybody's stream. Oh no. So, hey, shit happens, life goes on. But, the thing is that, everybody in the manosphere, I don't know of anybody who's outright demanding that you pay them. Okay. I don't see that happening. As a matter of fact, we're demonetized. We're not getting any kind of money from the government. We're not any kind of protected class. We're being silenced at every turn because they don't want us to say the messages that we are saying. So it's like, we have a number of enemies in every direction and we have very few friends. The thing of it is that, hey, we're doing pretty damn good, all things considered. So, the Warband, the MGTOW content creators, these are the tip of the spear in an information war And, thank God all of these guys are here. That's all that I can say. Spreading the truth, letting it be known.
Fuck yeah. What about you, Gray?
Well, honestly, I get as much value out of being able to have these kinds of discussions. I don't know how much it would take to pay to have access to this anywhere else. I mean, for fuck's sakes, this stuff's hard to find. This stuff is rare, and it's very difficult to acquire people that you can actually have these kinds of discussion with in an honest sense. So that other one's worth paying for at the very least, with my time, with like what I can contribute. But honestly, like I'd feel much cleaner if I took furry porn commissions than if I asked people to pay for the truth.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, man. I definitely see what you're saying. So overall, right?
Are you sure about those furries?
Dude, okay, look, seriously. If I had to be categorized as either a pickup roach or a furry artist.
Boy, you put it that way. I can see your point now.
I knew somebody was going to mention that furry shit. I just fucking knew it. I tried to brush it by, but
like I'm willing to go
like,
low.
wait a minute.
I'm willing to go low, but I have some standards, damn it.
But in all seriousness, though, did you guys believe that? Oh shit! Wait a minute. Oh, we got somebody here. Mephisto, what's going on? You there?
Good evening. Good evening to you, gentlemen. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, I can hear you. When it comes to the topic today, what do you have to say when it comes to what we were talking about? Anything
all that we're offering is the truth.
Yep. You there, Mephisto?
I'm listening. I seem to have a little bit of an echo on my end.
Oh, you might have the original stream open in addition to StreamYards.
I do indeed, and I've corrected that. So it's just me and you fine, upstanding gentlemen, and hail to the chat as well. Please, Sir Yeetus, could you please repeat your question, sir?
So when it comes to the topic that we're talking today, when it comes to the Warband, is always speaking the truth and nothing more. We don't expect anything else except for you guys to listen. If people decide to donate, that's phenomenal. But outside of that, there is no expectation. All we want is men to wake up from their blue pill slumber, from their simping tendencies, and to realize that they've been sold a lie. So,
how I see it, gentlemen, is I see that for us men of older. I'm 50 years old. There's many men who are in their 20s, early 30s, 40s. And we're here, many of us, in the Warband or any other Discord servers out there. Ultimately, I've learnt a lot from people like Joker, strong, successful male, Darius. Whether you like them or not, whether you agree or disagree with what they have to say on their YouTube MGTOW content creators. It's all a part of the philosophy. And the philosophy, it's not a movement. We don't have any leaders. It's a philosophy. And it's called men going their own way. And that means that we do our own thing. We walk our own paths. And sometimes that comes in conflict with other men or other manosphere groups. But ultimately, at the end of the day, in my opinion, you have to each and every single one of you as men that are going through this life, this particular time period, this clown world that we're living in right now, as whether or not you can live your life and to be free. Now, what the hell does that mean? To live your life and to be free. It takes a lot. and you're going to struggle. And some of you men out there do not have, whether you like it or not, whether you want to admit it to yourself or not, you do not have the life experience that us older people have had, because we've grown up during a particular different time period, during the 70s
They lack
or the 80s.
They lack the testicular fortitude for shit like that.
Wait,
Yeah,
hold
and
up.
I
I gotta say something
sorry,
right
go
now.
ahead.
Hold up. I'm not saying you two, but a lot of older gentlemen that's in their 40s or 50s, they tend to simp to women because based on what they've learned when they're growing up, right?
Well,
So,
you have, yeah. Sorry, apologies. Yeah,
yeah, I'm just saying, like, in the sense of I've dealt with a good amount of older gentlemen within the quote unquote manosphere that they believe that their way is the only way, and they can't see that their way that they learned when they're growing up is outdated.
I actually disagree with that, but yeah,
No.
perspective,
I'm not saying. Yeah, I'm not saying all older men. That's not what I'm saying.
I understand what you're
But
saying.
there is a good amount of older
there,
men that like, why won't you respect your queens? What's wrong with young men these days?
What you have to understand, Sir Yeetus, is that because certain people of a certain generation, they get caught up in their own ways. Yeah. And it's difficult for them to be awakened, if you want to call it that, if you want to use that terminology. It's easier to be, they play the safe path. They play the safe road.
Oh, the scariest one.
Yeah, that's right. It's a scary one.
But that's right. It's scary. That's what pissed a lot of young men off, though. Because how are you going to say that same regurgitated bullshit about, oh, you just said find the right one. Oh, you just messing with the bad ladies. And they can't comprehend the new dynamic of dating in today's time. They can't comprehend what's actually going on with the younger men, what they have to go through when it comes to dating apps and all that crazy stuff. Social media. Women have countless options now compared to the women that they dealt with years ago.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And that's also from the men as well, because I often, just to give you a brief example, I work in a food factory and they have a radio playing, and it's called Absolute Radio, and it plays a lot of 80s music. And I was listening to some of this 80s music of a generation which I was growing up listening to 80s music, and it's still a great thing. I love 80s music and 90s music, etc., etc. But a lot of the songs that they were playing was all about love and bending. In some respects, a lot of the 80s songs was about bending the knee to the woman. And
that was done by design.
No, you spot on, SCE.
But don't get me wrong.
Absolutely right. But
hey, but wait. Don't get me wrong. There was some good music.
It was good music. Yeah.
But of course, it's like crazy simping. Okay, I agree. But it was good music.
But my generation's to Yeetus. My generation got caught up in that, even if it was subliminal. And that's probably the danger that we need to be aware of, especially for these young men out there, to be caught up with this subliminal messaging that they don't even know exists, but it's out there and it's pumping out into their brains, and they get caught up in it.
Okay, now Mephisto, think about this for just a moment.
Oh, go ahead.
I know that schools in England, or at least in the UK, they're really bad as far as the whole indoctrination thing. It's bad here too.
Yeah.
Okay, and terrible. All these kids, they come to MGTOW. These kids, these young men, they all come to MGTOW. They go to these pickup roaches first, and they know that these guys are just scamming. They don't have the thousands of dollars that it takes to get these girls, but they'll still listen to these pickup roaches, and then eventually they'll start leaning more towards the MGTOW side because we are telling the truth. We don't ask for anything. And you see, they're looking for father figures that they don't have in the home.
Exactly.
And so This is all a part of the feminist indoctrination, the subversion of the school system to teach this, Marxist literature to these kids. And, they're rebelling against it because, these kids are thinking, why should I sit in a classroom where I'm being told that I'm a worthless piece of shit all day long, where I have to stand up in front of a classroom full of girls and apologize for shit that I never did. So, I can understand where they're coming from on that. So it's like, that's how come we're seeing all this younger generation that's completely rebelling against this whole simping culture, because, it's like, they claim that there's a grape culture, but in reality, there's actually a simping culture. And it's like,
I think SCE, apologies for interrupting you, but I think it's something deeper on a core level of basic humanity. Deep inside each and every one of us, whether you're male or female, there is a simple basic decency, integrity, honor. And I think for the younger generation out there, despite the best efforts of this educational indoctrination, they are rebelling against it. And I think we need to ask ourselves why. Why are these young, maybe it's a question that my generation and yours, I would like to assume that the majority of you are what I would call millennials. Not that I want to assume anything.
Oh no, I'm a boomer.
Okay, you're a boomer. That's right. I'm a Gen Xer. Yeah,
I'm the youngest millennial. I'm like on the last year. So
there's something deep inside each of every one of us, not just men, but women as well. But there's a good, decent human behavior that's inherent deep inside of us. And that we've got an entire group of generation that look at this indoctrination and go, it's wrong, it's immoral. They can't actually, it's like when you wake up from the Matrix, right? You remember that movie, The Matrix, where he turns around to Neo and says, you've always felt that there's something wrong with the world, but you just didn't know what it was. And I think for a lot of young people out there, they know that there's something wrong with what's being taught them at school, except that they cannot put actual words to what it is that they feel it's wrong. We would use a term, it's immoral. And in fact, many of us, myself included, would turn around to this school education system, as both in the United States and the United Kingdom, and say it's evil.
That's
what they're doing
got red pill
is evil.
Hey, that's how I got red pill at age 18, right? And people are considering that, hey, that's young as hell for you to get red pill. But back in 2013, I think it was 2014, right around there, that's where I officially got red pill. And that's the biggest goal for people within our space, is to make younger men, right? Even before 18 years old. There's actually a 10, 11-year-old listening to our content. I don't think
but
you should.
Ultimately, so Yeetus, isn't it designed to make your generation and the generations that come after yours to do as they're told?
Actually, I've got a bit I could talk on that, because I think that this is where the plan.
What the fuck? What's up with your accent, bro?
Sorry, did I go off on a tangent? I do apologize.
No.
Have I opened the discussion?
No, Gray, what happened to your accent, bro?
Is he gone awfully British on us? Has Gray gone awfully British on us?
It creeped me out, bro. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Yo!
No. I've got something that I could dive in a bit deeper, because this is where I think that the plan from up top has backfired horribly. So when I was in college, I heard one of my professors talk about his time growing up and how he basically hadn't really thought about anything.
Great.
Until he was.
Yeah, you're roboting.
Hang on a second. No, he's coming through fine on my end. Great. Yeah, I would like to ask you, what age was your so-called professor?
I'd say at the time he was probably in his like mid to late 30s, so he'd probably be like late 30s, maybe early 40s. He was fairly young.
He was fairly young. Okay, would you say that he's a young Gen Xer or an older millennial or younger millennial? What would you say?
He's
because
right.
I think this is actually quite important.
He'd be right on the barrier of Gen X and millennial.
Okay,
he'd probably qualify as Gen X, but close to millennial.
Okay, understood.
Okay,
please continue.
Yeah, I know. And he'd basically grown up in a suburban area, and all he'd done for the first couple decades of his life was follow the other people around him. Like they'd all gone to the same school, they'd all done the same stuff, they all followed the same basic career path. And it wasn't until he was like a fully grown adult that he actually had to make some proper decisions for himself.
Oh, blimey, that's a bit shocking, isn't it?
That's the thing, it was.
Wasn't it just?
So that's why it always stuck out to me. But I think that is where it gets interesting, because
did he grow up in a city, Gray?
Yeah, he said suburbs. So
he was suburbs. So I would like to say that he was a city dweller.
Yeah, it qualifies. It's probably a 7-figure population. So
now, interesting, because I think we have an issue, especially in America, but also in the United Kingdom. I think we have an issue with people that live in cities.
Yeah, well, that's where I'm getting to, because.
But that's a different topic, a conversation for another time, I guess.
I think it's tied into it, though.
Yeah, I think it is.
I'm beating around the bush, but I'll try to get to the point.
That's all right.
I think adversity is the biggest indicator of when someone starts to take control of their life. Like they need to run into some sort of opposition, something that rubs against them.
Yeah, but why should they have to live? They've been living in a city. Life is safe in a city, isn't it?
That's the thing. That's the thing. So people living in that city suburban life, they don't get a lot of pushback. They just kind of go along with the flow, and it works for them. But now, and that's kind of been the biggest difference between the weak men and the strong men, is the weak men often don't get that kind of pushback in life. It's why participation trophies are so reviled, because it basically makes it so that no one's a loser, no one fails. It keeps them in that passive accepting state.
But where did the participation trophies come from? It came from the education system. And where did that education system come from? The cities.
But that's the thing. This is where we get to the modern day and why it's starting to fall apart. They're pushing to the point where everyone is experiencing adversity. There's a very, very tiny group of people nowadays that aren't experiencing adversity, that actually fit into the mold of society. Now, they thought that they could just beat kids over the head with this stuff and the kids would accept it and fall into the mold. But instead, they're actually putting more pressure, more adversity on these kids at younger ages, and it's causing the kids to rebel and think for themselves at a much faster rate than a couple decades prior, when you got a much larger passive group.
But for some of the children out there, they're actually traumatized by this.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not a one size fits all. There's some who break from it, but just because of the increased pressure, you're seeing more rebellion.
Oh, absolutely, you are, and thank God for that. But where does that come from? Does that come from their own teaching that they've had, or is it something that's deep inside their soul, inside their spirit? Like, I mean, you know as well as I do, Gray, and Sir Yeetus, that there are single mothers out there, that they, you know, the children of single mothers, even if they come from what I would call a broken family, there's still something deep inside them that rebels or rejects this white privilege and critical race theory, and need to, you know, and all that kind of stuff. There's something deep inside them that just rebels against it because they see it for what it is. I remember a time, apologies everyone, but I remember a time when black kids and white kids played together, as I was, as a white person, playing with black kids back in the day. I choose my words most carefully because I understand that we're on YouTube, and YouTube may not like the use of certain words. But you know, we played, and I actually remember being a young kid, and I think it was what we call the Windrush generation that we had over here in the United Kingdom. And I actually pointed out to my dad. My dad told me the story because it has a strange sense of karma. Because I pointed out as a young kid. Now check this out. Check this out. Listen to this very carefully, gentlemen. Right, in today's time period, right? If I was a young kid who pointed out, and I did back in the 70s or the 80s, whenever it was, look, Daddy, there's a black man, and that black man, the man of color, person of color, whatever you choose to use the terminology, he looked at me and smiled and waved. Right. And I've been to quite a few different countries in my youth, and there are children of different cultures that would look at me and say, you know, Gaijin, you know, foreigner, you know, and because I remember that, I would just look at these children, whether it was in Italy or Spain or even Japan, I would look at them and just smile and wave at them. But now in today's time period, what would happen if a white kid pointed the finger at a woman or man of color? Immediate, intense outrage, and it would be blasted all over social media. We didn't have social media back in those days. But anyway, am I going off on a tangent? I do think I am. But anyway, apologies for going off on a tangent. But I'm just trying to say to you that, you know, things were different back then, but there's something that's innocent. There's an innocence about children, right? They don't care about politics or the skin color. You'll have Asian children playing with white children, playing with black children, and they don't care. They don't. Children, because I think there's a lot of us adults, we forget what it is like to be children, because obviously we're living in an adult world, and being children was a long, long, long time ago. But if you actually cast your mind back and you actually think about it, when we played together as children from a multitude of different races and colors, etc., there was no skin color. Didn't matter. Didn't care about skin color. We just played as children, right?
Yep.
Maybe my experience is different from yours. You know, obviously, I'm a person from the United Kingdom. You're a person from the United States of America, or Canada, or whatever. Maybe your experience is different from mine. Go ahead.
As a black dude myself, I understand what you're saying. I do understand.
I feel there's a but coming, Sir Yeetus.
What?
No, I'm sorry. You were pausing for dramatic effect, or there's a but coming.
No, that's all I have to say.
Yeah.
No, there's you're definitely correct in that element. Like the 90s, I remember a lot of 90s cartoons, like particularly Magic School Bus, which looking back, holy crap, that class was diverse as hell. Yeah. But as a kid, you didn't think about it. Yeah, like that's the thing, but you didn't think about it back then because they were all just treated as kids.
Just kids.
Nowadays, though, I think like they went with this idea of representation in the name of being anti-racist that they ended up stereotyping and became a worse parody than the very thing that they were trying to combat. Like the Cowboy Bebop remake is a key thing of that. So like you take a white character from the anime, make him black. It's like, okay, it's Netflix, whatever. If they just kept that as the only change, that would have been fine. But no, then they add to his backstory to make him an absent father. It's like, that's the thing. There's the people writing this.
An absent father, but also the father turns out to be a wife beater. Because that's the thing they've introduced into the Picard series. Apparently, Jean-Luc Picard's father was a wife beater.
Of course.
That's
the thing. The people at the top, they don't write characters as characters anymore, as individual people. They're so focused on making token characters that are even worse off than the token characters of the 90s and 80s. I mean, we used to complain, it was like, oh, you just made this character black just to have them black. It's like, okay, but they were still a unique character with their own backstory and motivations, goals, and objectives that wasn't defined by their skin color. Nowadays, everything is defined by so many boxes that have to be ticked off all at once, to the point that you just have to see the character and you can predict their entire backstory, motivations, and characters within the first 3 seconds based on nothing but their appearance.
Exactly.
It's gone all the way around. So, but that's the thing. So now you get kids, the younger ones, they live life. They live a life where their classmates are just their classmates. And then they see the world as it is presented to them through the propaganda, and it doesn't line up.
Exactly.
And that's where the conflict and the push comes in, because the world that they're being fed is no longer a reflection of their reality.
But hey, y'all, I have to head over to the St. Patrick's Day party.
I hope you're walking.
Yeah, I'm taking the Uber. So I'm responsible, right?
Of course you are.
What is your overall summary on what we talked about today?
If I may interject and start off from the beginning, basically I think that men, gentlemen, doesn't matter how old you are. I'm 51 years old. I'm still learning. Right? I'm still learning to this day. It doesn't matter how old you are, whether you're in your 20s or your 30s. I still have something to learn from you younger gentlemen, from all your experiences that you're having in this time period, let alone my own experiences that I've already had. So never scoff or sneer or turn the nose up at those who are younger than you are, right? Because they've been through, well, we're all human beings here. We've all suffered and been through life, and we've been through all kinds of experiences. Bend an ear, as Deckard Cain once said in Diablo or Diablo 2, right? Stay a while and listen. Just listen to what other people have, no matter how old you are, no matter how young you are, right? Some of it may be complete and utter BS. You may not even feel the need to listen, right? Because we've already been there and we've already done that, blah, 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 whatever, right? Just listen to what they have to say, because there may be something from us older, especially to you young people as well. Listen to us older people as well. I know we're old gits, we're old fuddy-duddies, yeah, and all that kind of stuff. But listen to what we have to say, because some of the advice that we have to give is for free. We won't charge you for it, right? We give it to you freely. Now, what you decide to do with that information, that's entirely up to you. So live your lives and be free, and listen and learn, and listen to us and do not make the same mistakes that we made. Although maybe some of us might turn around and say the best learning lesson for you younger gentlemen out there is to actually make the same mistakes that we made, as long as you learn from them. Don't keep blood. A lot of these, sorry about this, Sir Yeetus and Gray, a lot of these PUAs, right? A lot of these pickup artists, right? They keep blundering, the Chads and the Tyrones. What do? What do these people have that's one thing in common? They keep making the same mistakes over and over and over again. They don't learn. Maybe they don't want to learn. Maybe they don't care. They just want to pump and dump and smash and dash until they're cold in the grave. Okay, fine. But you don't have to go down that road. You don't. You can learn from the mistakes that others make. And don't go down that road, and live your lives and be free. I think I'm going to end it right there, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Yeah, Jeffrey, agree with what you're saying, man. What about you, Gray?
think the greatest thing about the truth is that it doesn't matter what anyone says or does. The truth remains the truth. And most of us know what is true and what is not on a basic level, even if we can't articulate it.
Here.
I'm thankful for the Warband to give a place to smash lies into each other in the search for the truth. Because if you have the truth, if you have factual, accurate information, then you can act in a way that benefits you. Doesn't matter how noble your ideals are, how much you may want something to be good. If you're acting on poor information, you will suffer and you will cause suffering.
I agree, man. You said no lies right there. Hopefully everybody in the chat heard what Gray said. But right now I'm about to head out and get fucked up. So thank
I'd
you.
just like to say, sir,
Mephisto,
thank you.
Gray
Thank you for having me on.
Joining. Hopefully you guys join my. Oh yeah, no problem. Definitely give good insight on topics. So thank you for joining, and I'm going to let you guys go. Puniti.
Poon Yeetus Day, everyone.
Sir. Hail.
This is Sir Yeetus, the one and only, your boy. This stream ain't going to be as long as I did for the last couple of days. I'm sure you guys got caught up with what we were talking about in the first place. If not, go ahead and rewind back to the beginning and you'll know what topic that we were talking about. But will there be a stream tomorrow? We'll see. Because, once again, today is St. Patrick's Day. This is Sir Yeetus. Hopefully, you guys, how you doing those red pills. And I am out. Peace.